All right, and we are live, my friends, and welcome everyone to What's in the Comic Box this week. I hope everyone is doing well out there, considering that the incredible. We were just talking about the weather here offline, and it is incredibly humid here in Florida. It's really hot in New England, and it's really nice down in Portland, apparently.
Yeah, for now.
For now, yeah.
But
Thank you guys for being here. I'm here with my usual co-host, Greyman, the Silencer Man. How you doing besides melting over there, Ray?
I'm melting away. I feel like an M&M.
Ray?
I feel like an M&M. I'm just melting. I'm doing fine. How's everybody doing out there? Ready to see some comic books today?
Looks like you're surviving. And down here we have the world traveler, sleepy traveler. I call him this week because he's always going to Vermont. He's going to Connecticut. He's visiting, Travis. Well, that's in his area, I guess. And Higgy Pop. How you doing there, Damien?
Yeah, I had a great trip, and I did get to see Higgy. Unfortunately, the timing, we didn't spend as much time together as we would have liked. But and it was a fun trip. But I missed you guys, so I'm glad to be back.
Well, we missed you as well.
Glad to have you back.
We knew you were having a good time. You need some vacation time, so that kind of helped ameliorate the missing part there. All right, so let's look at the chat here real quick before we get to Ray. We got our buddy Comic Curator 68, Jeffrey. Welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Some guy named Sleepy Book Reader. I have no idea who he is.
I don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is.
Hey, Diabetic Superman DS. Welcome. Great supporter of so many channels here. And of course, and you're talking about supporter Kenneth Bird. The man must have 20 monitors out because he's in every single chat in history.
And he has a great beard. Look at that. I like
it. He does a fabulous beard. And one of my favorite people here in the chat, Jacob Bornowski, always comments on my videos. Great supporter. It's never a great video until Jacob is in here at some point. That's
Does Jacob have a channel?
I don't think so. I think he's just a chatter and a supporter.
If you ever start a channel, let us know.
Let us know.
I used to say that a lot, and I forget to anymore because viewers can turn into channel people.
Oh yeah, sure. Sometimes we'll motivate them, and sometimes sometimes they're just not ready yet. They're busy or whatever.
Spend some time thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. I was watching YouTube for 3-4 years before I even thought of making a video. So,
right.
All right, Ray. So, what's on the agenda tonight besides
I don't know. Let's get into some Marvel
smoothies or something.
Marvel's greatest comics. Number 23 from 1969.
Cool.
Great cover.
Not yet, he says. Hey, Omega Dread, welcome, buddy. Yeah, this is a great way of getting those earlier reprints,
Yeah.
Is that a reprinted cover, or did they do a new cover for that?
That looks new to me.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Could be new.
I don't remember an actual issue of FF with that cover.
So no, I don't either. And I don't think they were in the habit of doing the Charlton, which was taking an interior page and making it the cover.
No, I can't recall Marvel doing that.
No.
Number 31 with Doom.
That is
that is a reprint cover.
That is a reprint cover, yeah.
And the fun thing about that is that they got Wally Wood to ink Daredevil.
Yeah.
But not the rest of it. And I always thought
good info. I remember seeing that somewhere. Maybe it was on your channel. Somebody told me that.
Number.
Hey, Aaron. Yeah, buddy. Come back. Come on whenever you can.
Crap. I'm already out of order.
Oh, it only took 3 issues, Ray. This is a new
record.
Yeah,
I know. Number 24.
Oh, boy.
I don't think they brought that villain back, at least that I recall.
I think they did bring him back like once, but Reed Richards took over the identity, or for some reason, I don't remember the plot there.
Some plot twist, I guess.
It was a plot twist. Used the identity for, I forgot why.
Now 33.
I love that issue. I love when when the Inhumans show up is, for me, when Fantastic Four starts its peak period.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe when Dragon Man shows up. I don't know.
38.
That's definitely a new cover. Yeah.
Is that a Buscema cover, I think.
Could be.
I think Liking the Covers covered these ones.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah,
didn't write it down.
looks
Anyway,
like
it's fun.
Buscema to me. Yeah, that the thing back there looks Buscema-ish to me.
39.
If anybody in the chat knows, let me know.
I don't know who did that one, but also another new cover.
Yep.
And a picture frame.
41.
Yeah, it is a full-time job, right, Jeffrey? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's with Prester John and the Evil Eye. Yep.
Yeah, he was a fun character.
The one eye cover.
Did they bring him back?
They did. They did.
Oh, good. I
Yeah.
liked him.
42.
They brought him back in a Marvel feature, Marvel team up, something like that.
And that's a classic cover.
Yeah, that's FF55 right there. Yeah.
43.
That's where I started my FF run pretty much there. And that's the Claw one. Yep.
The Claw.
Yeah.
44. 2-0.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My daughter's favorite supervillain, Sandman.
Sandman.
She thinks he's hilarious.
Sandman.
He is, right? He is.
The Human Beach.
Yep. Essentially. Yeah.
45.
Oh, Blastar. He was cool.
Yep. He was one of those negative zone villains that popped up there.
Now, isn't there a new movie coming out with Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wonder if the negative zone will be in that. I presume they'll save that for another movie.
Yeah, I know. It looks like Galactus, obviously Silver Surfer's in there.
Right.
So it looks more like Origin
47.
kind of ish.
Yeah. I was a bit surprised they're bringing Galactus right away, but
Yeah.
48.
Yeah. Ronin. Yeah.
Ronan the Accuser.
Ronin. 50.
Him.
I think he's in the cocoon that whole issue, except for maybe the
Right.
thread at the end. Yeah.
51.
That's a crazy cover.
No, that's not a Fantastic Four movie. It's crap. Trust me on this.
52.
You know, I recently rewatched those other Fantastic Four movies. The one I forget, with the guy who became Captain America was the Taurus.
Chris Evans, right?
And they were better. They were better than I remembered when I saw in the theater. Like with my lowered expectations, they had a lot of good touches in them, I thought.
Yeah, I would say those were about average movies in my eyes. You know, not great and not terrible. You know, just okay.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, a cover like that there, boy, that would stand out to me, you know, like
7.
the action in the middle and the 4 vignettes, you know.
Well, that one's all floating heads.
Yeah.
Except for the surfer.
That's right. He's just like sort of cruising under there.
Yeah, cruising in between the heads.
Yeah, man.
59.
Psycho Man, I believe. Yep,
Yeah.
Psycho Man right there.
He had a cool look.
Yeah. He had those 3 emotions that he would use to.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the wizard. This guy was quirky. I mean, taking on the whole Fantastic Four himself, and he was like, probably should get some other people to help me, you know. So he helps forms the Frightful Four because he got just toasted. He got absolutely toasted. What are you doing? Mark Jewelers.
Feels heavy, Roger.
Oh, yeah. You were doing a clue there, weren't you?
Excitement.
Oh, it feels heavy.
Ooh. Nice. And that's the cardstock era, which is my favorite.
Cardboard.
Yeah, man. Does it have a star anywhere on the cover?
It says starring. It says starring the Fantastic Four. Yeah, it does.
You cover slingers has
See, it says starring
the
Fantastic Four.
A stamped star. Cover slingers has corrupted totally.
There is something about a 25 cent.
Yeah, I think that's it. All right. I think that's it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. There it is.
It's very hard to see.
The stamp was running out of ink when they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And another thing is that stamp, been told that the ink was very like watery, so if you just rubbed it a little bit, it would pretty much
It would
disappear.
come off.
Yeah.
62.
Oh yeah, that's that Tumazuma. Some of them were
Did they
kind of a
always
silly,
put Mark
silly
Jules
villain.
in a reprinted book?
Mm-hmm.
They did?
Did they just put them in every book for that month, perhaps?
Every book for that month?
It's possible.
Hey, Naman.
3.
Hey, nah, man. How you doing, buddy? I believe the start was done on military, but it's not by. No, that's correct. It was done at checkout. What I understand in those PXs. Yeah, it was not by Marvel. But
they would stamp it after you bought it.
They stamped it after you bought it. But I guess I misinterpreted the question. I thought you meant at that place that everyone have it. Yeah, probably at that base, everyone that was sold was stamped. Some didn't do it at all. Some, just had nothing. But
68.
what you up to now, man?
Those.
You're doing a bunch of late night streams while I'm sleeping.
69.
Your channel's growing, and I'm happy about that.
Has Naman started his new art channel yet?
No, I mean I believe he wants to get to 1,000 subs and then monetize.
Get his current channel to 1,000.
Yeah.
70.
I believe that's his plan.
I saw him doing some wood burning.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Psychedelic, welcome. Great to see you
71.
here. Hey, you got a early direct edition. All right.
Yeah. 74.
He has been drawing. You're right about that. I catch a little bit of his streams afterwards, but
76.
I haven't been watching as much YouTube lately. I've been kind of busy.
I've been watching a lot of Naman's shorts that he'll take clips out of his live stream.
Yeah.
Right.
That's kind of handy because it's hard to search the entire live stream.
Oh,
77.
sure. Hey, Scotty. I did a review of Rawhide Kick number 1. Oh, okay. I still have to catch your
Ad Thinker there.
Illuminator, yeah. That was a Whitman. Probably some of them were not distributed by Whitman. My understanding it was by some.
This
other
could be a Whitman.
But we're direct sale, yeah.
That could be a Whitman. You said.
Not that one. The one with the triangle of diamond. I'm sorry. The earlier one you had. The earlier, not that issue. The earlier issue. The one with Mr. Fantastic, long stretching hand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That one.
That one. There you go. That's the one.
That one.
That's the one.
Well, I got a question for you. Why is the number 77 so big on this issue?
That month they did that. I mean, Marvel was always like experimenting with all kinds of goofy things on their price box. They changed the font. They would change. Sometimes they wouldn't put the month in.
C76.
Like yeah, a lot bigger.
Yeah,
a lot bigger.
They just experimented.
But they took the month out, huh?
Yeah, they did all kinds of things like that.
80.
Still only 35 cents.
Yeah.
And here he is, none other than Aaron, Psychotronics Work Gun. Welcome,
what up,
buddy.
guys?
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, everyone.
Fantastic
Four.
How
Hope
did
everyone's
your stream
having
go
fun.
last night, Aaron?
What's that?
How'd your stream go last night?
Pretty good. Pretty awesome.
I know you had a few. I think you had Kirby on there and maybe Dan.
Yeah, Kirby and Dan, Cicada Sonic and Under the Cowl. They'll be regulars, I think.
84.
All right. Great to know that you're going to have company on there.
Oh yeah, thank you.
86.
Huh. Okay.
I love those Marvel Grays comics, man.
Is that one there? They are doing panels from the inside? Or is that just?
Let me see that one again, Ray. No, I don't think.
I think they just did the cover different.
Yeah,
colors.
I think they might have used, cover images and sort of used them just to remake the cover that way. But I don't think it's like a direct reprint of the back of the inside.
88.
They were smart enough to start blowing up the words Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah, notice that. You noticed that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. After a while.
Yeah.
89.
So how's it going,
Oh,
Damien?
and make Marvel's greatest comics small.
Yeah, smaller, right? Yeah.
They did the same thing with Marvel superheroes. It used to be a bigger
91.
logo, and then now it was Hulk and Submariner.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
I guess
Marvel.
92.
I guess renumbering
94.
comics back then cost them money to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You had to take out another postal. What do you call those things, Damien? Like when you had to change the class or whatever.
Right. And I think you had to publish a few issues in a row before they would give you the postal discount.
That's right.
Because you had to establish that it really
96.
was a periodical, because it was a periodical.
Exactly. Right. That was it.
So that's why you get some things where suddenly the whole title changes, but it's the numbering of some
The
other
numbering same, right?
Yeah.
saving.
Now, Bible's greatest collection, number 1. Spidey Man.
Oh, love my Spidey. That looks like Bagley.
Was that a reprint too? I guess it probably was. I've never seen that one.
Neither have I.
Must be pretty new because I see the giant barcode there.
Yeah. I have to check out your Illuminator.
Not for resale.
It's a giveaway
Not
of
for
some
resale.
sort. Yeah.
It's $000.
Yep.
Does
Must
it say
have
like
been a
collector's
giveaway of
edition or
some
something
sort.
by the barcode?
Pretty neat. It's a promo. I saw the Wolverine one. I'm familiar with the Wolverine one. It's Marvel's greatest comics, but I never saw
I'll
that.
stop there.
Okay, buddy. All right, let's go to Damien
Okay.
and see what he has in those magic boxes of his.
Yeah, what's in his box?
I think I'm gonna dig into this box on my next round. And this round I wanted to show things I just got recently.
Awesome.
Hey, Jackson.
I ordered the Comics Curing Cancer profile, sort of portfolio comic. It's just a bunch of pinups supporting the Comics Curing Cancer charity. I actually was not familiar with most. Like the last one was full of people I knew from the community, and I don't know if some of these are people to the community I don't know, or whether they're getting more professional artists to work in here. I did know a few, like Taylor Winder has a picture in here, and let me see, Locke Nguyen, who does videos with Naman, and Ignacio de Miguelio, I know him, but a lot of these people I just I'm not sure who they are, but it looks good, and of course it's for a great charity.
Nice.
Hey, welcome in, Rob, Cheap Comic Collector. Great to see you, buddy.
Hey, Rob.
Another guy we missed here.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this guy is hard working, so I'm surprised he even shows up for anybody else.
And in the mail today or yesterday, I got the latest Alter Ego.
Cool.
Rascally Roy shamelessly celebrates 6 decades in comics.
Wow. 6 decades in comics.
And wasn't he recently claiming that he's one of the creators of Wolverine? So having him on the cover with Wolverine, that's interesting. I haven't read. I mean, I just got this issue, so
yeah. Everybody wants to take credit for that one,
Yeah,
yeah.
And I guess he was one of the editors in the discussions of Wolverine.
He was one of the editors. That's true.
Yeah, and then this Thomas Yates focused comic book creator. Thomas Yates now, I believe, is the artist on Prince Valiant. For the few newspapers that still carry Prince Valiant, you will find Thomas Yates artwork. Wait. Anyway.
Not those kind of pinups, Scotty. Yeah.
And he was on Swamp Thing, I think was the first time I've seen him. But he did a lot of Tarzan for Dark Horse. And anyway, a really cool artist.
Hey, DS.
DS saying hi to Aaron and Rob.
What's up, DS?
He's a regular in their shows as well.
Got the Justice League of America. Now one of the definitely the lowest issue, number 16 of just Higgy gave me this.
Oh,
You may remember in one of his episodes, he upgraded, which
I
Higgy
seem to
doesn't
recall.
normally upgrade things. But anyway, this is a really cool cover. I like it a lot.
Cool.
I think when he
And,
finds a good deal and and his is a woe minus, he'll go for it. Yeah.
and then so I went on a Wednesday to Second Alarm Comics with Higgy, and he was raving about this new history of the DC universe,
Yeah, Mark Waid.
and I really liked it.
Cool.
I did wonder, is this really a comic book or is it just an illustrated book in a comic book size? But the illustrations are fantastic, and it's a real fun sort of amalgam of the DC history in chronological order. So
Yeah.
for most of you guys, because I know most of you are cheap, I recommend this when it comes out into the dollar boxes or whatnot.
What are you saying, Damien?
I think you'll really enjoy it. And I understand being cheap, believe me.
Yeah, and Mark Waid, like 5 years ago, did a history of the Marvel Universe that I enjoyed as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's 4 issues, but this first issue was super fun to read and really good artwork. So, if you're a comic geek, if you're a DC comic geek,
Hey, Quentin.
it's a lot of fun.
I show up. He says cheap.
So, so thanks to Higgy for pushing me to buy that.
That was a coincidence, Quentin. Not anything to do with your spending habits.
And then I went straight to Second Alarm's Charlton box, and I got House of Yang #1.
Nice.
And I've just read this a few days ago. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And so was House of Yang #2. And they do credit Sen-Ho Kim with providing them a lot of information. And I think, Roger, maybe you've sort of hinted that he was probably a co-writer in these stories.
Yeah. When you look at his background and the things that he's written previous to his American comics,
Right.
he was very deep into Korean history and Chinese history. So yeah,
Right.
you could tell he had some influence there. Yeah.
These are very exciting comics and very well drawn. I haven't read yet, and this is something that was lacking. Although maybe Roger, you had mentioned. I thought I had one more issue of Yang.
House of Yang is his cousin, and that's
Right.
over in the mainland China. And Yang is actually Chinese, but he is over in the United States. He was taken over by boat.
Right, and I didn't know that, and I didn't know Yang wasn't by Sen-Ho Kim.
It was supposed to be, but yeah.
So I don't know if he consulted on it at all.
No, he did not.
But so I didn't even, in the rush at the comic book store, I didn't realize I was getting 2 different Yang comics. So I haven't read these Yang in America.
They're interesting, but the art is not quite as good as the Kim.
Right. Well, the art is, although maybe this cover might be by, I don't know. The covers are good, but the art.
I think they're mostly by Warren Sattler, as I recall.
One of the differences my way of thinking of the art of Sen-Ho Kim is drawing from the inside out, and these more Western artists are drawing from the outside.
Outside, yeah.
The outline is the most important thing.
Right.
So it's just a very different style.
Yeah,
I think this art's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
Sattler is a good artist, but it doesn't have that kind of more Oriental aura, that
elegance or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a different vibe, I would say.
Yeah,
and it's just interesting to see, different.
He wouldn't yang my chain. Jackson, you're too much.
I picked up the Adventure Comics first appearance of Crypto facsimile.
Did you get your ticket? Was there a ticket inside?
No ticket.
Oh,
sorry, you didn't win. Oh. But actually, I'm annoyed because that means it's not a complete facsimile. Whatever was here on the inside cover isn't there.
That's right.
But I still appreciate the DC ones doing the newsprint type of paper and everything.
Is that different from the one that came with the dog biscuits? Because I know there was one that came with the dog biscuits.
Well, they have this picture of a dog bone.
Oh.
that tells you didn't win the
You
trip.
didn't win the golden biscuit.
Well, I don't. If there's something else, I don't know about it.
Because I know Matt bought like these, what do they call those for bones? They're
Milk
for
bones.
dogs.
Like
And
milk bones.
and one of them, and along with it came a comic book.
Oh no, this was just sold in the comic book store.
Oh, okay, all right.
I didn't open mine. I should to see if I won it.
And they all
Yeah.
came wrapped in plastic so that you wouldn't be able to tell whether it was a winner before you bought
You
it.
can open it live here when you're up, Aaron.
Yeah, why don't I find it?
Yeah, find it.
And I couldn't resist. This is from Second Alarm. I couldn't resist this cover of Action Comics, where Superman is embarrassed that his son belly flops while Batman's son does perfect dive.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, I guess they're
dive.
headed towards the Olympics.
What do you think, Rob? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. You don't have the program anymore, right?
No,
And
do it.
imagine going to the Olympics wearing these costumes to do Olympic diving.
I think they might take exception to that.
I have found a free one that does a reasonable job, but it takes like 30 minutes to do one.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, so when you were animating before, it was a paid program. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it was awfully good. And then yesterday at my own
Hey,
comic
Rob,
shop,
welcome. Biggie shot for Hall of Fame. Okay.
hey, I picked up some comics. I did not have this one before.
Nice.
Or I did once and then lost it. But
Hmm.
and this has. Anytime I find you can't always tell by the cover who's going to be the interior artist. It's
No.
Gil Kane, and it is a Paul Galassi issue,
Lacey. Yeah. it's
and it is
Galassi, yeah.
beautiful.
Yes.
Nice.
And just
That
thumbing
series
through
is
it, I was
awesome.
reminded of sometimes people just sort of dismiss him as a Jim Steranko imitator,
Mhm.
but I think he transcended that.
I agree.
I think he started with some Jim Steranko influence, but
Oh,
he
yeah,
does-
there's an influence for sure. Yeah.
he does some really beautiful work that I think is different than what's like this face, different than what Steranko actually did.
Yeah.
So I'm a big appreciator of Paul Galassi.
Yeah, me too. I think you're right that he kind of started more like in the Steranko clump, but then he kind
Right.
of grew into his own style, which was really dynamic, I thought.
Yeah, it was a really exciting style, and Steranko started copying Jack Kirby. So
Right.
Yeah.
They all
Figure that.
influence each other.
and then so this is a little weird. I used the CLZ app, and it told me I didn't have these Captain Americas.
Yep, that happens, my man.
And then when I went to put it in, it told me I did have these.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
What?
So there's some kind of software glitch going on. I guess
That's why I dropped
not
it.
just me. So I love these. I love this era of Captain America. So it's going to be hard, but maybe I'll give these away eventually.
Give it away now.
But there's Captain America 132. And MODOK is one of my favorite villains.
Yeah, I like MODOK too.
I love laughing at him, but he's also kind of scary. But as I was picking them up, I was like, I thought I had all these, but maybe I just have them in an omnibus and didn't remember. But no, I actually did have them. So I can't trust. I've been relying on CLZ.
Yep, I did. That happened
So
to me at least 3 or 4 times,
Wow.
and in frustration, I just canceled it. But I'm gonna do it again. But I'm gonna be, I don't know, have some kind of backup too.
I found when I went, it showed the correct issues when I went to the feature where you can look at the entire series and the ones you have are in blue. So maybe that's the way to do it from now on.
Are those still selling at the local comic shops? The reprints, Damien? The
Which,
facsimile, sorry. The
The facsimiles, yeah.
Okay.
I think you can find them at a lot of shops.
Okay.
Oh,
That's one of my favorite story arcs right there against Spidey.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful John Romita cover,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, this one, even though
Shops around the country have paid
it,
CLZ to do that. Nice.
I don't know if you can see the crease down the middle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am keeping this because I love subscription copies.
Yeah,
So a few issues after this, I had my own subscription to Captain America.
Nice. Yeah, that's nostalgic stuff there. That's
And then they had this hardback from like 1985, I think.
cool.
It's a Spanish comic that's been translated into English. It might have been in heavy metal. It looks kind of familiar. It's all painted, and this guy, in kind of a night.
You'll find out when Aaron opens it is what you win. Okay.
If I win.
Right. If you win, you may have to choose one of us to take with you.
That's right. Dog poop.
So anyway, this is a cool painted comic, and I was glad. I guess it's volume 2. Or,
yeah. Hey, Donald, welcome, bud. Good to see you here.
So I can stop there, and next time around, I'll dig.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, great stuff you picked up. I mean,
Awesome.
Second Alarm. I've been there, and that's a really nice shop for the size it is, right? So I'm going to be showing a lot of this guy, Hulk Smash.
Yeah. J Jaws.
Hulk Smash CLZ. Make error.
Yeah. Old J Jaws.
Oh, J Jaws, as Silverate says. So my Hulk start here at 130. So we'll start there.
Cool.
If I kill you, I die. Of course, because they're the same body, So, and this was always an interesting one with Iron Man. But he's saying, "Hold your fire! It's all over. The Hulk is dead." How many times on the cover have we seen this? I mean, he's been dead umpteen times and just keeps coming back. And I lost my place, so bear with me. I should have paid more attention to the marker here. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Like a Beast at Bay, number 132, against Hydra.
Beautiful cover. This is my favorite era of Herb Trimpe.
Yeah, I'm with you. And here we have the Demon and the Dictator. You may have beaten other foes, Hulk, but you've met your match in Draxon. Somehow, I don't think he's met his match in Draxon.
Right.
I think you are overestimating your abilities there, sir. And 134, In the Shadow of the Golem.
Nice.
Good.
And notice the shadow back here. So that's truth in advertising there, folks. And here we have none other than Kang. For Kang the Conqueror. For Kang to conquer, the Hulk must die in the fury of the time storm. 1971.
Cool.
Crushed by time.
And look at the previous time. Yeah, exactly. The previous time is on top of him.
That's a cool cover, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
nice
cool.
allegorical stuff there, right?
So that came out in 71?
Correct.
The year I was born.
The year Ray was into collecting. 136, Zeron, the Star Slayer, the Behemoth. And this is one of my favorite issues against one of my favorite villains of the Hulk, the Abomination. He's stronger than the Hulk, but not when the Hulk is super angry. Because we know the madder the Hulk gets, the stronger he gets.
Yep.
And here is Quacking Duck's favorite villain, Sandman, taking on the Hulk.
Woohoo!
No. He says, one more step and I drop the girl. No, if the girl falls, you die. And here's kind of a rogues gallery cover here on 139. Add them together and they spell death. You got the Rhino, the Abomination, the Absorbing Man, the Mandarin, the Golem, I think, and who's this guy? Who's this guy here? Is that the Wrecker? Who's that? I don't know who that is. That guy there with the faceplate.
I don't know.
I'm not sure who that is. Maybe that's Ramrod, but he wasn't a Hulk villain. Oh well. Anyway, somebody in the chat will figure it out and tell us, right? All right, let's keep going here. I'm surprised these are in as good a shape as they are, because usually mine, they're iffy. Here is 140 This is actually when he shrunk down, I think, and went to the microverse to his love interest there was Jarella. And I like the way they put this on this block here. The brute that shouted love at the heart of the atom.
Along with Gwen Stacy, that was a comic that broke my heart when I read it as a kid.
And wasn't the Brute, isn't that the name of the Atlas character that was basically the Hulk?
You're
Good
right.
point. Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
you're right.
Interesting.
Yeah, they took a lot of the Hulk elements from and put it into the Brute and Atlas Seaboard. You're right, Rob. Yeah. And
Yes,
here's
Scotty, it was pre-Micronauts.
Yeah. Here's the first appearance of Doc Samson in number 141. Kind of a strange pose here by the Hulk. He's like holding him by the wrist and he's leaning back.
It is strange, but
Very
I've seen
strange.
that
They're Indian wrestling.
homaged a lot by other artists.
They're doing
Rob
it
has
wrong.
experience apparently in Indian wrestling. I had no idea that was an Indian wrestling. And here is 142, one of the first Valkyries here. But this is not Barbara Norris Valkyrie. I forgot what her name was.
She was like the daughter of a rich couple who the Enchantress just enchants briefly. I actually read that issue last week on the airplane.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
On my iPad.
Yeah, I just forgot her name. That's not coming to mind.
I don't think she reappears.
And this looks like a Severin cover on 143 where he takes on Dr. Doom.
There you go.
Nice.
Doom cover.
Doom.
And here we have 146 starting the 20 center. This is a Trimpy Severin cover. Hulk came to the desert to find peace, but if puny humans want war, then it's war. Earth versus the Green Behemoth. And we have 147 with the leader in here. Destroy them, monster now. Yes, Hulk will get them. Hulk will smash. Great dialogue on here, isn't it? Just,
yes.
Just outstanding stuff here. All right. Here we have, once again, he's back down to the microverse or micro, whatever they called it here. I forgot what it was. With Jarella. And here is what, you killed Jarella, the girl Hulk loves. For that, you die. The girl in the Emerald Atom. And 149, the world belongs to me now. There is no room on it for the Hulk. I, the inheritor. And a couple more here. Now, you see, this is the thing where if this was a more modern comic, there would be all kinds of splash little diagrams or little explanations on here. But here we have Hulk 150, all right? Seemingly innocuous enough. Him against some kind of biker gang. But this is actually Polaris here.
Oh.
And Havoc is also in here. But you see, it's not clear on the cover.
Right.
They should have said guest starring, Polaris and Havoc, but no. And here we have him versus the Crawling Unknown.
Yes.
When monsters meet.
That issue disturbed me a lot as a kid.
Yeah, me too. I was going to say that it kind of reminds me of The Blob, which scared the heck out of me when I was a kid watching that movie. Here we have 152. Who will judge the Hulk with a bunch of heroes surrounding him there. And the last one I'll show, the Hulk versus everybody.
Why not?
Why not? So everybody on that cover is in here.
Do it.
Daredevil too. So the world, my jury.
Yeah, a lot of those issues I don't have.
Courtroom drama.
Yeah, big time. All right, Aaron. How you doing, buddy? Thanks
Pretty
for
good,
being
pretty
here.
good. Thanks for having me here. So first thing we'll do is pull out this Adventures Comics and see
Let's see if you're like Charlie on the chocolate factory and you got the golden.
Yeah.
I wonder how many golden bones there were total.
I got this from Cicada Sonic. So yeah, I love that they use the newsprint on this, man. So unlike Marvel. It'll say that I didn't.
Inside front cover.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Losers Club, Aaron.
It was worth a shot. It's worth a shot.
Hey, Lady F, welcome, Caroline. Great to see you here, my lady. It's been a while since I've seen you in one of my chats. Great to see you.
All right, so I have this area of the house that's just totally random, chaotic area, and then I have another area outside that's super chaotic. But once I figure out that one room, then I think I'm going to start over. I'm going to go from box A, right, like Ray does, right, and I'm gonna show what I have in my collection. So, but today it's just going to be more random stuff here. So, got 1976 king size
number 1.
Dave Cockrum cover on that one.
Nice.
Bad year for the Hulk 171. Yeah, true was.
Love it.
Hey, Tat! Welcome, buddy.
Yeah, dude. I hope Tat's doing good. I know he has projects of organization.
Yeah, he does.
A lot of projects.
Hey, that's an early Sabretooth appearance there. Hey, Brocklin.
Yeah.
Will you be reading Absolute Superman 9 tomorrow? I'm sure somebody will.
You guys stoked for the movie? I know, Roger, you're going to wait if you see it.
Yeah, I'm going to wait.
I think I'll try seeing it in the theater maybe after a week after it's been out, when it's less crowded.
I'll bring the family. We'll do it.
Yeah, that's when Byrne brought Iron Fist over to Power Man.
Is that great?
Yeah, man.
Issue 48, and then in a couple issues it becomes the Power Man and Iron Fist, right?
Yeah, the co-host there. Yeah, you're right. It was way back then. Oh yeah, I love that issue.
Pretty cool. Maybe I should turn this light off here. I seem to have less of a glare when I do that. Does that help?
Yeah, really. A little bit.
Or
yeah.
Hey, Kirby, welcome, buddy. Good to see you here.
Here's a really nice one, you guys. It's got that tan around the edges, but Strinko.
Oh, yeah.
Nick.
I'll be reading these. I
love those psychedelic covers.
No.
Title, man.
The white covers tend to go bad, though.
Yeah, it's too bad, but I'll get the
looks still a nice, beautiful image. So
147. That's right. He did have Nixon. You're right.
That is so cool, man.
Very observant, Caroline.
Oh, Caroline. Right?
Yeah, imagine learning English from... Actually, I learned a bit of English from reading comics, too, by the way.
That's Concrete Blonde, I think. Oh, Caroline.
Even in Hulk comics, you get interesting vocabulary words like behemoth and havoc and things like that.
So this is the origin issue.
Read your comics, he'll make you smart.
Oh, hey, that sounds familiar, Rob.
Brilliant, Rob. Brilliant.
Brilliant. I tell you,
the first 39. How funny. That's funny.
Okay, then we got just some reprints.
Hey, James Gallegos. Samantha Parrington. That's her. Thank you, buddy. That's her. How you doing, James? Hope everything's all right in New Mexico.
So that series actually reprints the comic strip.
Yeah, I think it reprints the Marvel.
No, the comic strip that was in newspapers.
Oh, the comic strip, really? Awesome.
Leader of what?
Did Al Williamson do the newspaper comic strip?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Oh, there's
that kind of does look like Williamson on there, yeah.
I think Marvel pretty much made the comic strip too, but
all right, no, man.
Right.
Take care, buddy. Have a good dinner. No, I don't think so. That would be funny though.
Pretty cool.
No, he didn't win. Boo.
These are minty too, man. They're minty.
And I think if you win, you get to go to some showing, right? Like in San Diego.
I think they fly you out to Hollywood or something.
Hollywood, okay.
Cole the Conqueror, number 2.
That's a great issue. That
1 or 2?
Awesome.
Well, come on. That's
Kingdom of Shadows.
That is a great issue, yeah.
All right.
In fact, I'm really enjoying Cole, the series. I
can't
Mike
wait.
Blue did a couple issues, and I was like, "Wow, those were amazing."
Oh yeah, showed you number 2. Showed you number 2. Here's number 1.
Number 1, yeah.
I prefer reading the Bronze Era of comics, actually. And all the stuff that I
Amazingly,
missed.
number 1 was drawn by Ross Andrew, but he does a fantastic job, and he's inked by Wally Wood, so that helps.
Wow,
I like Ross Andrew.
I would never have put Ross Andrew on Cole. That is amazing.
Very unusual, but he must have spent some time on it because he did a much more detailed kind of comic than he
I
did.
like Ross Andrew. I loved him on Amazing Spider-Man, although
Yeah.
it was quite jarring for you guys who were reading Spidey at the time.
Right. No, he was a good artist all along, but I still was surprised how good he adapted to a sword and sorcery comic.
Skull the Slayer. Number 7.
That didn't last long, unfortunately. Had potential, but
Dungeon of Blood.
yeah,
Just
James
be a metal
Gallegos.
band called Skull the Slayer.
Don't call me Gallegos. Gallegos.
Like I said, this is totally chaotic, you guys. So
Look at that. Come on. That belongs like on a Commandy cover right there.
That's a warrior right there.
Right. Yeah. Is there a signature on that cover? Or who drew it?
That looks like Ron Wilson to me, but I could be wrong. Oh, Buscema.
Buscema and
Okay.
Esposito.
All right.
Interesting.
Nice.
Picked up 2 back issues today.
All right,
that
I would have
were
guessed
rewriting
Ron
covers.
Wilson,
Ooh, which
too.
ones, Caroline? Let us know.
Oh, Caroline.
Was able to get
So-
all right.
You guys,
Hard-working man.
this is way after I was reading X-Men, to be honest, but I
Yeah.
clicked Uncanny. Screw it. Just get it all,
I was going to say, which Cole movie? I don't remember that one. It's Kroll. Okay.
Kroll. Yeah, Kroll was good.
That's a bit different. I have not.
I didn't
read
know
that.
there was an 85 version.
Yo, Kirby, I think I got these Uncannies from you, my man.
Yeah, they had there was a mini series from way back when. Yeah. Hey, Felix Maldonado, welcome. Saying hi to everyone. I have the whole run of Cole, but I'm selling it off. Ooh.
I love you, Dazzler. To death.
Well,
That's not.
always read
That's
the whole
romantic.
sentence. That's gonna get me a new recliner for half the price. All right. That's
is
always
a
doing something. The man
expert
never
wheeler
sits
dealer.
still.
I might have some of these, but I don't think I have all of them. Pretty colorful outfit there in the middle, right?
Yeah. Hey, Christina, welcome.
Christina.
The early Perez artwork.
Tomb of Dracula 43. I do have that one, and House of Secrets 135. I don't think I have that one. Cool.
Panic, New York
Cool
City.
finds.
Oh, New York. Pretty cool.
There was a Cole movie with Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, I missed that totally.
There was. It
The
was
Go ahead.
kind of came and went.
I
It's
totally
pretty low
missed
budget, I
it.
think.
Totally missed it.
The most uncanny heroes of all, except for the X-Men. Pretty cool, dude.
That 12 goes wild.
He goes wild, man. He doesn't scream though.
Hey, Archivist, welcome. I saw you on Night Tiger show some weeks back.
I dig these True Believers, man. I just put them right next to the originals. It's
Yep,
weird.
I remember buying the original of that one off the rack. Yep,
It's a bombshell, Roger.
Richard Ryder.
Annihilation, dude. The Annihilation wave is coming. What are they going to do?
That came way after that, but yeah. Oh, look at that! They made one of that. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, I'm pretty shocked about that actually.
I don't think Marvel gives away their stories anymore like this. This wasn't that long ago, though.
Right. They stopped doing those cheap $1 ones.
Yeah, True Believers. Pretty cool, though. And they're minty.
I mean, considering it's only costing them the printing cost, really. So,
Yeah.
Man, whoa.
you like the Cole movie? I gotta check it out. I mean, I totally missed it. I had no idea there was a Cole movie. Nerve to face the unexpected 136.
It's a random Marvel saga. I might have this one, but pretty
I'm
cool.
gonna recheck this chat, Caroline, later.
What's Doom doing?
4 books.
Is that a new plate? Dun, dun, dun.
Evil aborning? Now that you see, now that's something you don't see those kinds of words anymore. Aborning.
Yeah. Evil aborning.
Aborning.
Dun, dun, dun. I love Doom, though.
You
That's
might
all I
see like rising or
Oh, we got
starting.
Spidey there.
Aborning.
So when I was a kid, man, when I was a kid, when Doom showed up,
Hey, Jeffrey. Thank you very much for that awesome panel. Hey, I was just looking at that one today. The original, of course.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, Rich Buckler cover on that
It
one.
depends on what condition the original is. If it's in really excellent condition, readable, I'll let the facsimiles go.
Mine's in the woe range. Yeah.
So I don't know anything about these 90 goodness. It's called 90 goodness, but these look like filthy 50 centers to me.
Christina saying hi to you, Damien.
Look in the mirror. What do you see? Pretty cool.
Oh, those gimmick covers. You got to love those 90 gimmick covers, man.
I saw a lot of pictures of Christina.
That one's die cut, shiny, and embossed.
Yes. I did too.
The Wizard of 4th Street, you guys. Look out. Awesome.
Never heard of that one.
Isn't that cool? Cool cover. What the heck is that?
Well, you have to be going to 4th Street.
It looks like sci-fi as well.
Yeah, it looks like maybe futuristic stuff.
Ooh, it's a black and white beauty.
Oh, it's just made for you, Aaron.
The Joey Woe range, yeah.
It's the old Dark Horse. Probably from the late 80s. Let me see. 1987.
Thank you for the links as always.
You hit it on the nail.
Whoa, yeah.
So yeah, I'll be flipping through that.
Well, Aaron's got those, indies from the 80s radar,
Indies from the 80s.
He can see it like if it's on the bottom of a stack somewhere, he knows it's down there.
The American. Don't want to cause any controversy here. The American.
It's like you with the Mark Jewelers, Aaron with the black and white 80s.
Right. I just wave my hand at the stack. I know it's in there, yeah. Don't I wish.
Minty. I don't know who did this though, but
Albedo?
Anthropomorphic adventures, right?
Yeah, looks nice.
I can stop anytime, my man, and we can move on to the next peeps.
Yeah, show a couple more, and we'll go to Rob.
Okay.
See what he's got in his boxes.
Like I have no clue. This is. I'm pulling this out of the chaos, you guys. The chaos. I won't do a close up of this because it's a family friendly show, right?
Well, she's covered.
Oh, she's covered. Okay.
She's covered. She's showing a bit
Well,
on the skin, but Listen,
nice
I'm a Floridian, okay? I used to live near Miami Beach, so
Ow! There's no call for
it
that.
doesn't faze me, but that's
Filthy 50 center stamp.
Speedos?
What's that?
Hmm?
What's
I
that?
asked Roger if he has a lot of Speedos from his Miami Beach.
No, I wasn't a Speedo guy. No.
Oh.
I love the art in this.
I was always a boxer short kind of guy, on the
Zooniverse.
beach,
I'm gonna take a look inside, and then we'll just.
I was a gym rat for a while, so I had, pretty good physique back then, but no.
Right.
I think that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wrap
around
it
too. Nice.
Pretty cool.
Black and white inside?
Nope. No black and white.
Color.
Beauty.
Ooh, fancy.
Living color.
I do like these old Clips comics, though, man.
I'm still looking for cleavage covers, even though covers episode is over. You're too
Okay,
much.
I'm done, bud. I'm done.
It may be a way of life for Jackson.
No, I did not go to topless beaches. No.
Jackson!
Oh,
JRK!
bottomless
All right,
beaches.
thanks, Aaron, man. I love to see the chaos in there.
Nice, thank you.
I love those calls, man. Really good reads.
Cool.
All right. What
All right.
what you showing here, Rob?
Speaking of Speedos, here's
well-
Rob.
As you know, I recently had a coverless episode, right, where I had an entire box of covers. So I've been printing out covers,
Oh.
Oh.
and then, like the first one I did, I forget which one it was, but it was so beat up. The inside was so beat up. I just went ahead and stapled the cover to the comic, instead of it just being loose. And I actually really liked the way it turned out, so I've been doing that with all of them.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've only done like 4 so far, but they're Secret Hearts.
Yeah, those
Somehow
look
I
pretty
measured
straight.
the thing wrong, so it's off a little bit, but that's okay.
So are you printing them on your own like inkjet printer, or do you
Yes.
get them? Oh, cool.
Just my inkjet, little $30 job from Walmart that I bought because the ink was so expensive. It was cheaper to get the printer.
Mhm.
Wasn't it?
Yep.
Superman?
Yep.
Wasn't it a
Yep. I
Superman?
did the same thing. Yep.
You did the
It's
very
a-
first one.
Nice.
I remember the very first one, Rob, that you did. That you didn't really like that you got a cover list, but then you're like, aha, I could print this out, and then you loved it.
Yes, it's now I like now I'm gonna start seeking them out now that I realized I can do this.
Yeah,
This is cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And those look, man, they look good. I mean,
Yeah,
And,
and I mean they're they're just pictures off the internet, so they're all the flaws are still there, right? There's
Right.
a water spout
Yeah.
over here, and somebody
Right.
wrote on it.
kind of cool.
You know, but I like it. It's cool.
well, that gives it a little more authenticity, actually. I mean, if it was totally pristine, it'd be like,
Yeah, I like it. I
Nice
got
to see.
Justice League of America 210.
oh,
Cool.
funny. I have this one right over here. Look at that.
There you go. Synchronicity.
Great cover.
I was going through some of my JLAs. There it is.
Flash Gordon #1. It's kind of beat
Ooh,
up. But,
Al Williamson, I think.
Yep.
It's got a
Beauty.
map of the planet Mongo on the back.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's always good when you're stuck on Mongo to have a map there.
Yeah.
And
It's a confusing planet.
You never know. I mean, really. I
found
mean,
an issue of Fanboy that I didn't have.
Nice. That's
Not that
homaging. Yeah, that's cool.
that JLA one.
That
Is it
Justice League.
JLA?
Justice League 1.
One. Yeah.
I've got a Dell movie classic, The Phantom Planet.
Ooh, claim.
Right up my alley right there.
That's nice.
Remember, nominations are going on. Yep. Good to remind you.
All Star Squadron #62.
Find us.
Someone actually nominated me. That was so
Somehow was not in my collection, so filled that hole.
All right. That always great when that happens, right? Yeah.
Yeah. War of the Gods #4.
Yeah, George Perez goodness there. Yep.
And #3. So I now have that complete series because I sold this one a couple times and I still
thank
didn't
you,
have it for
Christina.
myself. So
I appreciate you, my lady.
there's Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom. Unfortunately, this one was incomplete.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm already a prize. Having the friends like this on a panel can't get much better, honestly.
Love those painted covers there, Rob.
Yeah, man.
And thank you,
And
Roger. Jeez.
Tarzan 237.
I'm just telling you the way I feel.
Wow, you're making me
No
blush.
award will replace this to me. You know what I mean? That's all.
I know. I always look forward to this show every week, man.
Me too. I'm tired. I mean, I am like exhausted, but I was like, I can't wait to see my friends on here.
Yeah, it's cool.
Superman 366.
Oh, that's got a little bit of a crease there, but otherwise looks pretty clean.
It's kind of beat up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Aztec Ace #1.
Nice. I
And a
still
few
got to
of
read
those
my
recent-
copy.
Here is #3.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, that's written by Doug Monk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Eclipse Comics, I think.
And
like it
another
was
Tarzan.
Nineteen Day on the art.
Yeah.
Death Grip.
Wally the Wizard #7.
Awesome.
I think my LCS has a bunch of those in the 80-cent bins. I'm going to have to search those out. I never even thought that was Monk that right now.
Tarzan 227.
Oh yeah, I love that cover by Coover. Yeah.
Marvel Tarzan #6.
Oh, someone needs a hug.
Aww.
Yeah, Roger's a prize, all right.
Yeah.
That's why he's saying.
Never heard of Spencer Spook.
That's
Uh,
yeah. Spread the love. That's why
These are new, but then they
heart.
have older
You're-
reprints in
you're
the
the
back.
love mistress here.
It was
Come
an
on.
old character from somewhere. I don't.
Yeah, I think he is some kind of
It escapes me from where.
Adam Age or something.
Oh, God.
It rings a bell.
Another fanboy, but I already had that one.
Wally was that He-Man haircut. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, looks like Prince Adam, doesn't he? Yeah.
Kevin Nolan painted cover on Outsiders Annual.
Oh, very nice.
That's
You
cool.
didn't see too many painted covers in that era, so that's nice.
Everything's Archie #98.
Rah.
Donald Duck wants to be a cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a rocking horse.
And a
I
rocking
really
horse.
love
He's
pictures
heavy.
of Donald as a cowboy for some reason.
Hmm.
Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers #3.
I like those. Kirby,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those are good.
Those are awesome.
He just went bananas in that series. I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Batman 66, number 17.
Ooh,
Michael
Like
Allred
that.
cover.
nice.
Adventure Comics 484. Dial H for Hero.
George
Dial
Paris
H
cover.
for
Nice.
hero.
I love those.
Greyman loves that series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Daring New Adventures of Supergirl, number 7.
All right, Tat, take care, buddy. Hope you enjoy that new chair, man. Hope you
Yeah,
get to
fall
actually
asleep
relax
in
in
it.
it sometime.
Talk to
Don't
you
fall
soon,
asleep in it.
Aztec Ace, number 9.
There's another one.
What the, number 1.
What
I like
the-
those what those. When
Yeah,
nothing
I
was
get
sacred
that
to
one.
them. They can make fun of themselves, you know.
Anything. Yeah, it's all lampooning, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I want to be a cowboy. You can be my cowgirl.
6 from Marvel.
Oh, Jeffrey, you are too much, my friend.
Amazing High Adventure, number 4.
I got
Archie's my arch nemesis.
a couple of those. I wonder how good those are. The High Adventures.
I've never read those. I don't know if
Free
anybody else-
Comic Book Day,
Seem
Pink
to remember
Panther,
good art.
the Mighty Panther.
Thor. I got that one.
Panther.
I got that. Panther.
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 Perfect Ray comic.
World's Finest Comics, 296. Superman, 329.
Superman.
Omega,
Alright,
the
Superman.
Unknown, number 10.
Ha.
Nice.
Nice.
Damien did a
Firestar,
series
number
on that.
3.
Or
There's
that
that.
Yeah.
oversized.
Mary Wilshire
Fabulous
did it,
Free
yeah.
Freak Brothers, number 12.
Go to a
Uh-oh.
head shop in the
Undergrounders.
Get them because they sell.
Yeah.
Rob's like, they sell.
comics
I gotta
that
make
Rob
money.
would
I gotta
love.
make rent, you know.
Miss America Comics, number 1.
Nice.
Miss America. Huh.
Sign me up.
Dinosaurs for Hire, number 1.
I need
God,
I
that.
love that. I got that
Don't
one.
we all?
I got that one too. That's a great cover.
Yeah.
Daredevil, 185.
I do believe these are recent pickups, right, Rob?
Yeah, I got them last week.
Last week. Okay.
The Destructor, number 3.
So.
Oh yeah, Atlas Seaboard.
Atlas Seaboard. So Rob's link is below in the description. If you're interested in any of these, he has
Yes.
auctions on the weekends and, of course, the claim sales during the week after you see the video. You can claim it.
There's actually not going to be any more auctions. They're changing to claim sales as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'll have a recorded claim sales on the week on Saturday. It's too hard to do those and take care of my mom.
I gotcha.
So
Gotcha. So
good
everything's
luck.
going to be recorded.
yeah, it's easier to record it. That I can do it in the middle of the night if I need to.
Right.
You know, whenever.
Okay. Hey,
So,
listen, whatever works for you, I'm sure everybody will be happy to claim things that you got there for whatever you say.
Yeah, all the best to you and your mom, my man.
Yeah, man.
Roy number
Absolutely.
4.
Roy. Marvel's Richie Rich. Even the same letters. I mean, same alliteration, everything.
Oh, I remember these. They told me these were 2 for $1. That's why I grabbed them. But there's actually 3 in the bag. So Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man,
Such a mark for
number
any
10,
of any of that Spidey, that cheap Spidey, man.
number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah, don't think we
Number
got
Number 9.
Number
Number
9.
9.
And then they had some Spire Christian comics.
Really?
Claim. Oh, sorry.
Mine Enemies.
Nice.
This one's a couple of these are Barb Wars, I guess. This one was the only Spire Christian. Born Again.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Born Again.
It's
I mean, it's
the,
the
yeah,
same comic. They reprinted them. But,
it's the
you know.
same. Yeah, correct. They just took over the
God Smuggler.
God Smuggler. Yep.
I had
I
this
got
one.
that one. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah.
And Tom Skinner, Up from Harlem.
I got that one too. Yeah, you know, you know what? He's smuggling Bibles into communist countries. I mean, Not drugs or anything, guys. So.
Like the pusher doesn't push.
And I found that they had a few more of the Marvel Doctor Who's that I showed last time I was on.
Nice.
So there's number 7.
Nice.
Awesome.
Number 5. And I hadn't seen this one for a while. It's Justice League International Annual number 2, the Joker cover.
Oh yeah, I remember that when it came out.
I got that one. Yep.
And then one more book, Marvel Fanfare number 25.
Ooh, I don't have
Oh
that.
yeah, ElfQuest.
I don't
Yeah,
have
cool.
that one.
Nice.
They're fake.
Not ElfQuest. Oh,
Well, it's not ElfQuest really. It's
Right.
Weird
It's
World.
the rip-off of Elf.
Weird.
Yeah, rip-off. Yeah.
Weird World, whatever.
Weird
the
World,
first,
Yeah, Weird
the
World.
original
Yeah.
Weird World, not that crazy stuff they did
World?
later.
Yeah, right.
Weird.
Thanks, Rob, man. I always love to see your stuff. man.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, good stuff, Rob.
Cool
All
stuff.
right. Speaking of good stuff, Ray,
What?
Ray, what's going on?
what's next? Are we
I
eating
don't
today?
know.
'Cause,
You
you know,
wanted
you-
good stuff.
I know
don't
Surf Blue's going to ask me.
What's
You know,
Ray
he'll text
snacking
me,
on?
What snacks was Ray eating on the stream?
Oh,
He's not interested in the comics we show. What snacks are you eating?
Little Debbie's Donuts
Ah,
and
Ray food.
pizza Pringles.
I don't know how you
Oh.
do it, man.
Nice.
That's
You,
really-
you want me to blow in the can? Mm.
God bless you, dude.
Little
know how you eat that.
mustaches.
yeah. Now we know what he's doing when we're showing our comics. He's eating
It's the powder in the donuts.
Yeah, man, gets you hyper.
Hey,
class.
Fantastic Four.
Ooh,
82.
that's an original one now.
The real thing now.
That looks
Yeah.
tight too. Look how clean that looks.
Original. 92.
Nice. In the presence of my enemies. That's how I feel when I'm on with Comic Neck Music. That's how I feel on Cover Slingers, pretty much.
100.
Hey, nice.
Looking good.
109.
That's exactly what it is, Jeffrey. Domino's has a deal. $9.99, any pizza, any size. Whoa.
110.
I'm currently not allowed to eat any
Love
bad
it.
food, so
There was a sigil underneath the lady's.
Wow, that's not
footwear.
bad food.
Yeah, you
It's
saw
junk
that? Yeah.
Food.
that's I think Agatha Harkness or whatever.
Wow.
113.
Are you trying to
Okay.
avoid empty carbs?
Yeah.
115. And still
No sugar,
15
no.
cents.
White
Roger,
flour,
wow, that's cool. I have that.
Thank
one.
you, Roger.
white rice.
Hey,
I'm
you're
on the
welcome.
same diet. I'm on the same diet.
Yeah.
I like that.
Roger,
Like
you used to
115
lift weights,
and
right?
still 15 cents.
Yeah, right.
Roger, didn't you used to lift weights?
Yeah. hmm
117.
I lifted weights until mid 30s, I'd say.
Wow.
Mid 30s, mid to late 30s.
Higgy's got me doing push-ups. I mean, not him literally, but
Well, I
He's
figured.
inspiring me.
Yeah, I
Don't
still,
let the cameras fool you guys. Roger is a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
He is a big boy.
I still do exercise, but not like with the intensity that I used to.
Yeah.
Of course.
129. Anja.
Sadly,
doing a
with
lot of-
age, even when you stay in shape, you often end up, with these issues.
Yeah.
That make you force you to change your diet.
The metabolism just is not there like it used to be.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
and I'm doing a lot of cardio and stuff.
That's a
and it's just-
Sterenko cover, I believe.
correct.
Yeah,
It is a
very,
strength.
very nice.
Franco.
Very nice. Very nice, Damien.
First appearance of Omega.
Your Sterenko radar is on point.
Yep. 133.
Wizard of 4th Street. Very fun.
At certain parts of my life, I spent too much time thinking about Sterenko.
I get some sushi. Ah.
134.
Hey, Brian, welcome, Godfather. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well.
35.
Roger used to be a pole dancer. No, I was not a pole dancer in Miami. 10-pound powder donut. weight.
35.
Dang, Roger was flaunting his stuff.
Not to brag, but I do a sit up every morning. A sit up.
That's very
sit-up.
admirable,
A
Scotty.
sit-up. Friday we'll have slushy for free slushy day. Oh yeah, I can't do that, unfortunately.
Free slushy day.
Got to break out the Metamucil.
39.
Oh, that's a really good story arc there with the Miracle Man.
Cool stuff.
140.
Yeah. We don't have a 7-Eleven closer. 7-Eleven near Wilmington. Yeah.
41.
So, Damien, what are we going to do in lieu of CLLZ? I just don't have confidence in it.
Yeah, well, this is the first I realized this problem.
Yeah.
42.
I may have already rebought a number of comics without realizing it, but
Yeah.
Go.
2 of those.
there's some early Rich Buckler that I like.
Oh, is it nice?
That
Wow.
Dark Oth issue.
That was a sad character.
Yeah, that's a Rich Buckler right there.
Rich Buckler.
Yep.
All right. Nice.
Yep.
Nice
And
call.
it's got really good interior art by Buckler too.
What happened with CLZ? What happened was that
143.
Damien bought a Captain America because the CLZ said he didn't have it, but once he put it
Or
in,
Captain America.
it said he had already. So he has 2 of them.
44.
And then when you put it in, it says you have it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's weird.
Yeah. And Aaron's had the same problem.
Oh, it happened to me like 4 times or something. I just was like,
So
that.
CLZ has developed a glitch.
It's a
Hopefully
glitch, yeah.
they will fix it, I guess. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm with you, DS. That's my exercise as well. Of course, I gave up my long boxes. Even the short boxes now are heavy.
I think I'm going to look for a way to. I think you can send messages to CLZ.
78.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Although I doubt that you're the first one to run into this. So
Loving these
Right, but
fantastic,
it's worth trying.
149.
loving these Fantastic Fours, Ray.
Thank you.
yeah, man.
A lot of them off the rack.
Who's the
Nice.
handsome guy behind Rayman? That's Bill.
That's
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah,
That's Billy.
yeah.
Ill Bill.
Comic Bag Musings.
Ill Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bill Mag Music.
yeah.
Thank you, Roger.
Hey, all right.
I never quite understood how Ultron got to the Inhuman city and took over. But anyway,
Yeah, that during the wedding, the Avengers were there, and he showed up. Yeah.
154. Thank you, Roger.
Hey.
Ah, I know why he gave it to me. No value stamp.
No value stamp. That's right.
Yeah, it says it on the back.
Yep, that's one of those I upgraded some years back.
156.
Now that is a nice cover there.
Yep. Doom.
I assume that's Rich Buckler also.
I think so. Maybe with Perez inks. I mean,
Buckler and Sonat.
oh, Sinat. Okay,
Sonat and Buckler.
okay.
Sanat always makes things look good.
Yeah,
160. Thank you, Roger.
yeah, man.
Is that also missing a stamp?
I don't think that had a stamp.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it has stamp.
Yeah.
Actually, I got 2 of them.
I got those suckers pretty much memorized, Damien.
It's a
I can
twofer.
imagine you do.
Twofer.
Yeah.
Twofer.
2 for Enter the Mouth.
If someone hadn't already written
151.
that book, I think you could have written it.
Well, parts of it. But it is a great resource to have. I did learn a few things that I did not know in it.
156.
Cool cover with Thing launching at the Hulk.
58.
I know. The thing's awfully brave just to throw himself
Yeah.
at the Hulk.
Hey, Ken, welcome,
Because
buddy.
he knows he's going to lose.
Yeah, there is a contact within the app, says Brian.
I will
69.
contact them after this show.
What up, Dart? President come to FF in around 66. Yeah, I knew that, but I know that he was working with Buckler for a while, so I didn't know.
Right. So it's possible he did some of the inks.
Some of the inks, right?
Or maybe drew
72.
backgrounds or something.
It's possible. It's possible. You know how that back then, Damien, they would not give them a lot of credit for the apprentices and
Right,
so forth.
right.
75.
That's definitely a
Buckler
Kirby
brought
cover
a
there.
lot of people into the business, so I think he was
Yeah.
generously, you know, letting young artists work with him
183.
until they were ready.
Yeah, I think that's one of his claim to fame is that if you
Two.
worked, there's another direct sale. If you worked under him, that he would take care of you.
184.
It seemed like younger people were able to bust into the business back in the day. You know, if the stars aligned the right way, and you know,
Right. if you were hanging out in New York City and kind of, you know, being bold enough to sort of push your artwork on a lot of people, I think you could break through.
yeah,
Yep.
That's my impression anyway.
because they'll see your progress. And I'm sure they would get like curious if someone was showing their art all the time, see if they were improving it, you know?
Right. And you could visit the offices back then, just walk in and
Yep.
That's so awesome.
wish it was like that now.
I wonder how they got any work done. People showing up.
That's a good point.
Well, I don't think they would just, you know, let them there all day, but I mean, you
Right.
you could.
Well, and
talk
I
to
think
people.
that there weren't that many people who were brave enough to go in and,
That's
you know,
right.
if they got hundreds of people a day, that's probably why they stopped eventually. When more people found out, we can do that.
I've heard that before. I mean, I've heard actually even more like the Kirby run, which was after 102 or something. I will say it's really good stuff. The
Right.
greatest story, I don't know, but it's really good stuff.
You can definitely say it's one of the greatest runs in superhero comics, without a doubt.
Yeah. And it had a very consistent, you know, the subplots, the characterization was very consistent. So that way,
Right.
yes. I think Marv Wolfman said that. Okay, that makes sense. Jackson gets way too much credit. You see this? Opinions differ.
Scroll cover? Is that a scroll cover? There's scrolls.
I think those were like some kind of warped versions of them.
Oh, okay.
I
I remember the
forgot
pointy
exactly
ears.
why.
There's a scroll.
There's a scroll, definitely. Yeah. Back then, there weren't many kids trying to break into comics. Today, that's right. There were some, but not nearly as much. Yeah.
That's a great cover. Twofer.
Well, and now you can live anywhere in the world and work for comics, whereas you had to live in New York City, so that was a limiting factor.
Pretty much, yeah. Unless you were one of the really, you know, elites, and then you could mail things in, and you already had it established.
Yeah, once you were Jack Kirby or Roy Thomas, then you could move to the West Coast.
Yeah.
But to get started, you had to live.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hey, first Herbie, the robot.
Herbie.
I love the evil FF. Franklin created them, and Xavier showed up. Aha. Rob Liefeld talked about his channel about Jim Shooter and how great it was. Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, I'll be right.
12.
That's a good storyline there too. When they bring him into Galactus to defeat the Sphinx, and he was just going crazy.
They're all turning old.
Yeah.
That's a funny looking old thing.
Old
yeah, like, my rocks are falling off.
Blastar again.
Yeah. The evil FF, yeah. So it was Franklin Richards that created it. Okay. I haven't read that in so long, I forgot.
216.
Fantastic Four.
This is kind of a transitional era here between when like the Buckler and Steve Englehart and all them, and then
Burn
coming.
Burn, baby, burn.
218.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah, I think I dropped off of it until Burn came out. I don't remember these issues.
I think a lot of people did, yeah.
Reload.
I didn't. I stick with it, but it certainly was not the best stuff. Yeah.
Was it Keith Pollard on it for a while? And
Keith Pollard for a while, yeah. I think Sienkiewicz even did a few.
Yes,
Sienkiewicz.
Yeah,
I'll stop there.
Right
stop
before.
there. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, but it wasn't. You know, I mean, the art was still, you know, pretty good, Marvel style stuff, but stories weren't as compelling to me.
It felt like very recycled or something. After
it
Not
seemed
tired.
like villain of the month kind of stuff. And
and then Byrne just injected life back into it.
that was a whole nother level there. All right, let's keep going with some Hulkers here. And here's the Hulk being in a little shrimp here. 154. A rat being bigger than the Hulk. Can you believe that? Hell is a very small Hulk. And there's the Ant-Man up there. So I bet you he had something to do with it. And here we have 155 against, who is this? Captain Axis. Sorry. Blitzkrieg 1972.
9. 9.
That's fine. All right, here we have 156, Hulk versus Hulk.
That's a great cover.
This is actually when he went back down to the Jorolla's world.
Wow.
And here we have the Rhino, the Rage of the Rhino.
You gotta love those Hulk Rhino battles. Right?
What was his sidekick? Something Wilson, I think.
Jim Wilson.
Jim. Okay, I liked him.
Yeah, me too. He was the only one who could sort of talk the Hulk into not destroying stuff.
Right.
And here we have 158, Frenzy on Counter Earth. Again, Rhino. Ray feels
heavy?
a little heavy to me.
A little heavy, huh?
Feels a little heavy.
It's a two.
Maybe there's some donuts in there.
It doesn't quite fold down the way it should,
Why? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Oh well,
Wow.
It's got this thing in here. Should I rip this out, Mark?
Whoa. Yeah, those things just ruin comics.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get rid of
what
that
is this
MJ.
all about? I mean, they're trying to sell me rings. I want to buy comics, not
You
rings.
got to send that book over here and get yourself a different one.
What's up with
I
that?
knew that was coming. Somebody in the chat would probably put the same thing in. Oh boy. And here we have 159 again, one of my favorite Hulk villains, the Abomination. And here's actually a Submariner villain, but he took on the Hulk here. Tiger Shock, Nightmare in Niagara Falls.
You got to think Tiger Shark doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, he doesn't do too well here. In the water, he stands a bit of a chance, but yeah, Hulk dispatches him.
Tiger
Cool
Shark.
cover though.
Yeah,
Very true. And here we have one of the very few crossovers of the furry beast, and an early part, 161, against the blockbusting beast.
Yeah.
Blockbusting beast. For the life of a mutant. Yeah, nice. And here's the first appearance of Wendigo.
Oh, yeah.
I love the tail here.
Is that the issue where Wolverine shows up in the last panel?
No.
No,
That's coming up. That's coming up. Coming up. And here is one of those goofy villains, I think, right? The Gremlin.
The Gremlin.
This guy here.
Nice.
He's kind of like a leader wannabe, and the leader is kind of a...
And that's still Trimpy, right?
Still Trimp, yeah.
It reminds me of Kirby,
He had some influence, some Kirby influence for sure. That's certainly, yeah.
The house style there. But
And here we have
I always
164.
think of Kirby when I see Trimpy during these Hulks.
Yeah,
Not always.
164, Captain Omen. And these are like underwater civilization, and they are strong because of the pressure and everything. They had to...
Right. Were they all Omen's children or something like that?
Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah. And then you had this guy who was kind of a mutant, Aquan. And look at the teeth there, sharp teeth.
Kind of looks like Egghead's muscular brother.
Yeah. Yep. And he's back. Remember, he was in the Power Man that Aaron showed. Well, this is before that. But here we have Zaz. And once again, it doesn't say anything on the cover here, but Hawkeye co-stars in here, and he actually dispatches the Zaz
Nice.
guy.
Zaz has the vibe of those pre-superhero Marvel.
Correct, like those
Monster.
monsters, the 50s Marvels, Marvel monsters. Here, Damien, one of your favorites, and his huge robotic suit.
I remember that one. Yeah,
MODOK.
MODOK gets a body.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And this is actually Betty Ross that was mutated by gamma rays, the Harpy in 168.
Oh yeah, the Harpy, beauty.
They say there are nudity panels in here, but it's just shadow over body parts.
It's a great cover.
Yeah, agreed. Like the big talons they're holding them, blasting them. Yeah. And here's one of those goofy kind of villains too, the Bi Beast. You got
Yes.
Yeah.
two heads, and they talk to each other and they argue and everything. I mean,
Right. I don't know where the lower head's brain fits in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you must have separate brains. Right?
you got to go with it. It's common. And this is one of the first Hulks I remember reading. I think my brother had this one, 170, and where he ends up in this island of monsters with Betty Ross and protecting her from the monsters. Cool. And here we have 171. Again, the Abomination, and this time the Rhino as well. And he's caught in between them. How will he survive?
I know. Hey, Russ, what's up, man?
And here's another one with he teams up and then fights the Juggernaut. Now that's a good villain for the Hulk, I think, right there.
Yeah, that's appropriate. That's a great cover too.
Yeah, another Trimpy. Yeah, it doesn't say inker, so he might have inked this one himself. And here is 173. I remember buying this one off the rack against the Cobalt Man.
Cobalt.
Really cool design, I think, by the Cobalt Man, by the way, with that bar across the front.
Yeah.
And that Atom insignia there on his chest. Very cool.
The Hulk really resonates with how I felt as a pre-adolescent when I thought no one understood me.
Yeah. He had that appeal to younger men.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to be missing a few of them because they're actually I'm doing my Marvel Value Stamp series
Awesome.
Thursday. So I have those already collated and checked. But because these do have stamps, I had to take these out of deep storage. So I'll show these at the end with it. And that is my really nice copies because of the way that this occurred of Hulk 180. Now this is the one, Damien, where the
right. I confused with the
is
other.
on the last panel. Yeah.
Very cool.
And of course, the big one that everybody and blah blah blah. 181.
Yeah.
The big boy.
Yep. And again, story is well known. I picked this up in a kind of a impromptu sale in a mall, and the guy, I picked it up for I think a couple bucks back in 1981. So, and it's minty, as Aaron would say.
And Roger's no slabber.
I'm no slabber. Those suckers are raw until I am no longer around.
They stay out of their tombs.
Well, when you're no longer around, someone can sell that and go on a nice cruise, right?
That's right. Yeah, my daughter already says that she wants to keep my stuff. So I'm like,
oh, that's nice. Aww. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to go back to digging through sort of unsorted Superman and Superman-related comics, and this one of many Superman boxes I have.
Go-go checks.
This is Superman 190. Who's he fighting? The element enemies. I guess we got earth, air, fire, and water.
Cool.
Water underneath.
I've never seen that one before. That is really neat.
And then from a completely different era, we got the blue Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And what's this guy's name? He's kind of like a Popeye character, but he's a big fan of Superman. I forget his name.
What's his name?
Bibbo or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Bippo.
And there was a red Superman that looked just identical.
Right, there was a blue one.
Yeah,
and a
they're
red
split
one.
in two, right? Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is 48-page annual Action Comics, maybe from the early 90s or something. I don't see a date. Huh.
Looks like 90s. Yeah, they imitated the Go-Go checks.
Roger Stern era Superman in Action Comics with Supergirl coming back. I should read this one. My daughter's always fascinated by Supergirl and why she puts up with Superman, kind of bossing her around.
Why does she put up with him?
She's got big hair back then too.
Yeah, that was the 90s, Aaron. You know, I mean,
John Byrne era Action Comics. Bring back the classic rivalry between Lana and Lois.
Lois. Yeah, David Banner versus Bruce Banner. Yeah. Thank you. Hulk got launched on a rocket with the Rhino, so that's how they ended up over there.
He ended up fighting Warlock and things like that.
Yeah, later on. Yeah, he ended up again. That's missing because those are the value stamp ones.
Ah, yes. Was this Pulp Heroes? Was there a whole series of Pulp Heroes?
Yeah, that was a whole series of annuals that made the heroes pulpish. Yeah.
It looks kind of normal on the inside, but maybe the stories relate to pulp stories. Yeah.
King Shark.
That a version of Brainiac there? Brainiac 5?
Yeah, it looks like him.
Her boyfriend.
Yeah, well, Brainiac 5 had a major crush in the Legion years. Yeah.
Right. An 80-page giant Jimmy Olsen. Lots of nice reprints of early Jimmy Olsen. Oh, there's Jimmy with a big brain. I love it when people get the big heads. I'm looking forward to that in the future when I get a big head. There's Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, agreed.
As kind of a mixture of Batman and Superman, I guess, on another planet.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Earth X.
Never seen that one either. Nice.
This is one of those classic Alan Moore, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow issues.
Yeah.
Really good story. Yeah. Really pulls the heartstrings there.
This is the last issue before they rebooted it for John Byrne.
Mm-hmm. Well, harpies are terrible. Once you get harpies, it's hard to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Archivist.
You catch
Hey, Russ. Welcome, buddy.
Supergirl in her own DC special, or the girls in general are taking over? We got to worry about those women taking over. Things could go badly.
I tell you, it's cats and dogs getting along together. Come on.
This looks like a Swan and what was the name of that inker? Anyway, Lois Lane, Super Reckless Lois Lane. Number 101.
Super Reckless.
Swan and Anderson. That's who I was thinking.
Oh, Murphy Anderson. Yeah.
Swan and Murphy Anderson.
Yeah.
Cover.
They did a power record. Yes, in fact, I have that, and you're going to hear about that during my Marvel Value Stamp series too. By the way, a very important reason that's important that sticks out.
I don't know why, but suddenly Lois Lane is an Indian squaw with a baby.
Yeah, a papoose. Yeah.
These things just happen.
Yeah, just like Kool-Aid, right? Oh, yeah.
Another Lois Lane. That 10 is on the plastic, not on the...
Oh.
What does it say?
First
oh, no, this note
agreed.
Lex dropped may incriminate him. I can't let the police find out. Lexo's my ideal. It's an imaginary novel, The Lawless Lois Lane. So cool. I guess she loves Lex instead of Superman. And I think this is when Supergirl was in college. And they really admire Supergirl at her own college. I think they have a statue of her there or something.
Yeah, everybody dresses like Supergirl except the actual Supergirl.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's fine in my hands, Jackson. But thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
Unfortunately, Supergirl is afraid of mice, as many women are.
Whoa.
That's how we men will stay in control. We'll get the mice to help us.
I'm not crazy about mice myself, by the way.
Some more John Byrne Superman. Boy, that looks good. That's
does.
great.
Yeah, he draws a great Superman.
And he was such a good writer too. I mean, it's amazing he had
It
it.
really
He
is.
had it all.
Yeah. He was a workhorse.
Yeah, he's the classic Superman artist in my eyes as well.
Oh, and
We're
Mr.
still going.
Mixie Pitlick or whatever.
Mixel Pitalik, whatever. Yeah.
Pitlick
Yeah.
taking Lois out on a date, I guess. Poor Superman.
The by the vowel villain, as I call him.
Oh, and this is the return of Lori Lamaris, I believe.
Oh.
Superman's lost love.
So they're hiding the fishtail under that.
Right. It kind of gives a rationale of how he and Lori could have met and fallen in love.
Oh.
Some random seven. Whoa, it's in bad.
My wife catches mice with her bare hands. Wow.
Well, then you're never going to achieve this men's liberation that I'm looking for now.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, man.
That's a keeper there, Norman, I tell you, though.
This
That's
is
a skill,
1981. I think this was a very weak era for Superman, the early 80s.
Yeah, we'll be on for another 40 minutes or so, Norman. 35, 40 minutes.
A Rich Buckler cover.
But, Buckler, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I
his
saw some
style kept
indies.
changing.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you, he's like Kirby-esque as far as how fast he can draw. It's amazing.
A beat-up copy of Superman 300, where they imagine him in the unimaginable time of 2001.
I love that. I love that in comics in general.
Yeah.
Action Comics Weekly.
Yep. No more Superman.
I have collected all of these, and I've been meaning to just read all of the weekly ones, but I haven't done it yet.
That's a
I
lot
have
of
more
reading.
comic book goals than comic book time.
That's right. He did work at Atlas as well. You're right. He was everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
Yeah, he did the one of my favorite Atlas comics, Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter. Yeah.
Supergirl.
Yeah, we know that's one of your favorite stories. No, man, we saw your video. And
Lois
everybody else should have
Lane.
seen it too, by the way.
Going to the or in love with someone going to the electric chair.
That's sad, right there.
Yeah.
That is sad stuff.
I don't even understand what's going on in this cover. It looks like a hollow statue of Superman with motorbike gang guys riding on it. And Supergirl, Lois breaking the hand. It doesn't really make sense. Death rides the wheels.
Yeah. No, I don't think they ever met. That would be a Charlton or Gold Key.
That would be a fun meetup.
That would be a fun crossover, yeah.
And I would think DC could do that because Warner Brothers owns them both.
That's a weird phallic symbol.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't know. Thank you for pointing that out, Aaron. Now I won't be able to unsee it.
Aaron has a way of, just bringing to light those kind of details.
I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't.
Sure you were.
It's
but
okay,
you did.
Aaron. It's okay if you're obsessed with that part of the document. We forgive you. Reprint of Sugar and Spike. I haven't read this yet. I should.
Yeah, not Sugar and Spice. Sugar and Spike.
Sugar and Spike.
Everything
This is a
nice.
store where they
Not them.
They have this guy who writes books about comics who puts little notes on the back issues that might be of interest. So he wrote Sheldon Meyer's adorable series about the world of babies ended in 1971 because his eyes were failing. But after he got cataract surgery, he drew more than 100 more strips, most published only in translation. This bonus issue appeared in 1992. So I guess it might be some of those strips he drew that only appeared in translation previously.
Wow. That's got some good information there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that with Sugar and Spike, he had some deal that only he could draw and write it. Which, I've got an extra copy. I'm going to give this to Aaron.
I'll take it.
It's coming your way in more ways than one, Aaron.
That's funny. Oh, man.
You can put it up on the wall so you can
Put it behind me and says UFO.
Oh, Supergirl's not needed. The little toddlers can rescue them.
That'll shoot down that UFO, Aaron.
I know.
Yeah.
Supergirl number
Those are-
400 and Adventure Comics.
Yeah, I love those adventure comics.
20 comics a day. Oof,
I love
that's
seeing
a
these
lot.
kids stopping the.
I don't have that much time to read that many comics.
Yes. I can handle it, Supergirl. Get out of the way.
Adventure Comics 395. Is this some kind of Kryptonian thought beast?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Look how thin Supergirl is in that cover. She's like a wisp of a thing.
Jeff saying hard pass on that, Aaron.
Oh, and here she is, Adventure 408, in one of her less successful costume changes.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool.
I think there was
That's a great cover.
Damien, maybe you know, but during this era, weren't there like people writing in like the different designs, and they were actually
In
using
some
them?
issues, they would show a bunch of different designs the fans sent in. I don't see it in this issue, but this looks like one of those fan-created outfits.
Yeah.
And you're right, Aaron. It's kind of a cool. It's kind of like a House of Mystery cover.
Yeah, the colors pop like the.
Said that in a plain brown wrapper. Yeah,
That's what I was laughing at.
that'll give you that real nostalgic look to it. Yeah.
Adventure Comics number 400.
Yep, cool.
They did not charge extra for anniversary issues the way they do now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
All right, we have an intruder coming in here. Nah, man.
Oh man.
Hey, no, man.
tell-
You know what?
tells me to-
I'll stop there. I've shown them.
Oh,
all.
okay, but he told me to take him out of the stream, and then he's always like, "Oh, can I come back in?" Make up your
Oh,
mind,
let
nah,
me
man.
back
Stuck
in.
you back in.
I tell
Just
you,
gonna
make up
say
your
that.
mind,
Back
man.
in.
What's up? What's up? Why
What?
is you intruding
going on,
upon our
man?
stream tonight? What
Because
happened?
I have to. It's the same time my wife said that I should be at dinner table, man. So, I gotta listen to my wife.
All right, man. All right. We'll let
All
that
right,
one
all
go.
right.
We'll let
I
that one
figure
go.
that since it's already somebody's already watching Superman movie. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I know people have access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Early access or whatever.
Maybe they got the golden ticket.
Anyway, this is a pile. I'll keep the Superman pile right here. I'm doing research on. They're not necessarily origin story, but most of them are origin story. But anyway, well, hold on. Let me turn my thingy off. Never mind.
I got 2 words for you, nah, man. Lighter fluid. Get that label off, man. Come on.
Lighter fluid.
Wait till you see my collection, man.
You got those my comic shop things there. Those obscure like a whole.
I need to. I have to replace these bags. These really old bags.
It's a constant quest for me. Changing bags and boards.
Oh yeah, it's constant. Yeah.
Lois Lane.
Is that? Oh, so that's one of those Krypton imaginary stories, right?
Imaginary story. So,
Really?
I like the costumes there.
Some Amazon Prime members get to see it today?
oh, Joe told me that you get a comic book on 11th. 11th.
Oh, if you show up on the 11th, huh?
Uh-huh. So my daughter and I got a ticket just because of Joe.
Just to get the comic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fight the crowds now, man. Fight him.
Secret Origins. Another one of those.
Love them.
Yeah.
Krypton ones.
Yep.
This is a funny one. Lex Luthor. is
Lex Luthor? Oh boy.
Nice.
Some of these situations are just so out there.
Yeah, I mean that's the fun part of the Lois Lane collection, right?
Yep.
Well, that's not even Lois Lane, by the way.
I
That's
can't say
Superman.
old bag out loud. Too many bad memories of wife number 2. Funny.
What do you say?
Jackson. We were saying old, how we're changing out old bags. That's also a derogatory term for a female that you married or whatever.
Just in case.
Be
no.
nice, Roger, will you?
I don't listen. I'm explaining. I don't use it
You're,
myself.
you're educating people about this.
If I said that, believe me, I wouldn't. You wouldn't see me next week.
Finance.
There'd be nothing left of me.
World Finest. Shansai Superman 232. Hey, by the
Ah.
way,
That's cool.
tomorrow was it 7 p.m.? Yeah, 7 p.m. Birthright. This is a pretty good series. I have the whole series. I'm not going to show you the whole thing.
Hey, Micah, welcome. No,
Welcome,
I'm not
Micah.
picking up women.
I'm
I can't handle the one I got.
Man of Steel.
picking on. Yeah, you pick up women.
I think I was picking on women.
There's Bub.
Hey, Bubsy.
Is my voice coming through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How can I help? I'm helpless. Totally.
Krypton dies again. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Once wasn't enough.
This is
Yeah. How many of those Rocket baby
Big.
covers are there? I mean, come on,
the
man.
baby. Super baby is pretty big there.
Dibs on Roger's books. When my wife totals, takes care of me.
We'll tell her that you called her an old bag, and then
Yeah,
we'll all
she'll
come
probably
get your
believe you
comic.
too.
Oh, this is a really good. This is one of the origin story in here.
That's
Cool.
a cool cover.
Yeah, that's nice.
So a lot of times they imagine him more as a toddler when he's put into the rocket ship.
Yeah, not a baby. Yeah.
Yeah. This is it's one of the origin story of. This is I think I'll do story on this one. This is 146. I think this is a fourth origin story. Fourth. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth origin
Fifth
story.
origin story. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Naman did a series of videos on them.
Yeah, I remember that.
See the differences there.
I love the Lord of the Jungle of Tarzan.
I assume that's an imaginary story then, where he,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he trades place with Tarzan, I guess.
it kind of reminds
What
me.
a
Of,
Superboy,
it's kind of remind me of
what a Superboy
Robinson
was raised by
Crusoe right
apes.
there. This might
How
be
he ended up with that costume, I don't know. But
Robinson Crusoe.
Looks like he has Lincoln logs.
Yeah. The Lincoln Log. Oh, you had those toys too?
yeah,
Lincoln Log
Yeah, I
toys.
had those as a kid.
that's a beauty.
Yeah.
Infinity cover.
Infinity cover.
Is there an origin story in that one?
Secret. I haven't got to these yet. Secret
Oh,
origin.
that's the Jeff Johns version of his origin, I guess.
Okay. Oh, okay. We got these reprint. I need to put that your one you got from Roger. One you gave me from what's his name?
From Bill.
Bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret origin. Same thing over. Man of Steel. I think this is the same book, right?
Well, that's number one, and then that's
Yes.
number one is that was the first variant cover, or so they say. From '86, I think.
I don't know what that is.
That's a preview of the 0 Hour crossover from 1990 something. I don't remember.
This is where he goes. He actually lands someplace else, and then he reverse him, baby. And so he has whole lifetime on some other planet.
Huh.
There you go. And this is, I think, a third origin story. I don't have a. I only have. When I saw what's his name, Bub. When Bub got this, I was so jealous. I had to get even without the cover. So
Ah.
So, but I
What
gotta
issue
do
is that?
I gotta do my. I think it's number 55. I think 55.
Superman 55. Okay.
Yeah. But and then tomorrow, uh, tomorrow we're gonna go over our the newspaper clip we did. I think Roger said he'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I don't know, Sleepy. If you not, you'll be able to make it. Great. If not, I understand.
Yeah, I
Alex,
don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, Alex probably not gonna make it. So, but I wanted to just go over those videos and talk about new Superman movie tomorrow. So anyway,
All right.
I still got this all, that's all those old newspaper clips.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun making those
The
voiceovers.
ones you used in the video come from that book.
Huh?
The ones you used in that video come from that book there.
Yeah. The very first one, the very first origin story.
You're funny, Jackson. You're very funny.
So, anyway, all right.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks for
coming on, man.
Yeah, man.
giving me the link.
Yeah, man. Sure.
Stuff, no, man.
Hey guys, I just got. I know he wouldn't mind me showing this, but he's been doing rough sketches of my characters, Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop. Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you can see that, but
Cool.
this is Chase Dagwood fighting the grasshopper things in his military unit, and he did a couple other ones too of different characters. So I'm really excited about it. It just happened. He just sent it to me, so
Cool.
you guys just saw it.
Yeah, Higgy's quite the artist.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's not a fun little collaboration.
I got his Metarog up here and the mustache meta discs.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm voting for him for best artist on the Comic Book Community Awards this time, since Norman already got one.
Right.
He should be the most entertaining.
That's what I'm voting for.
I'm putting him down for best comedy and best artist.
Yeah,
your most entertaining makes there's a lot of overlap in the categories this year.
Yeah,
true.
So, like I said, I'm just pulling from the chaos. This is I gave a lot of my John Constantine during a trade, but now I have these. So, the whole thing about the '80s is like I want the more colorful '70s. Do you know what I mean? I don't want the deconstruction of the superheroes anymore.
You don't like the depressing 80s, huh?
Yeah, I like a lot of it still, but
yeah,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can't say all of it was like that.
No,
but
I'm intrigued more with the stories of the '70s that I missed. Right, I missed.
Mm-hmm.
But we got the Marvel UKs. Sometimes this is lowbrow stuff, but
hey, look, somebody must have bought it because they kept publishing it. So
I'm a mark for these Marvel UKs because you can get them so cheap, and I never saw them before. So we got a Filthy 50 Center stamp, but it's a Judge Dredd #1 from DC. Filthy 50 Center. I guess this is when DC got the rights, right?
Yeah,
I did not know DC did Judge Dredd, huh?
Yeah, that one time they did. I just love the original stuff, the Bolin stuff, man. Can't get enough of that. I love the Eagle comics, the reprints of the 2000 ADs.
Yeah,
Jeff Lemire, did you read the Descender and Ascender, Damien?
I read Descender, but never got around to Ascender.
Yeah, now I see these on the cheap. I just grab them, and it'll be a nice little read.
You went down, but you never went up.
Yeah,
nice watercolors.
It wasn't my favorite Jeff Lemire comic, but a lot of people loved it.
The Descender wasn't.
Yeah, it was okay, but I just didn't get into it as much as them.
A lot of his independent stuff's pretty interesting, though, isn't it?
He produces a lot, so I don't know. I just like some of it, some I don't. Ooh, Kamiko Grendel, that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I collect these.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Here's another Kamiko. I used to call it Kamiko, you guys, in my ignorance.
Me too.
But she's cool. You figured they would return to the original, right, in light of the days we're in, but it's all good.
Mm.
We got your guy, Roger E-Man.
Hey.
Email.
Yep. Joe Staten on there. Yep. And Michael Mauser backup maybe in there. Yep, there it
There
is.
you
Yep.
go.
Yeah.
Return of E-Man.
I love Michael Mauser.
Yeah. He's
I
great.
read the volume 1 was only 4 issues of this, but the Brent Anderson art was cool, and it's normally Alex Ross covers, and I like Astro City. I'm intrigued by it.
Astro City is very good. Very good.
Then we have Tom Strong here. This is from the Alan Moore public. No, it's not.
Well, it's Alan Moore's character, but he passed it off to his friend Peter Hogan
okay.
when DC bought him out. He didn't want to write for them.
Yeah, he didn't want to write for them anymore. Didn't he get the rights back or something? There's my
I
UFO
don't
right
think he
there.
did.
During that, like, what was it? Americans.
America's Best Comics.
Yeah, I was like, what a snooty thing to say. I don't know what he.
America's
Well,
Best
that's
Comics
more,
by a
you
bunch
know.
of Brits, so I don't even get why.
Yeah.
Moore didn't lack in confidence, you know.
I don't think I don't know if I have a lot of these new waves, but they're normally thinner. This one's
Yeah, those were like cheaper back then. They were 50 cents. And
Were they a weekly comic, and that's why they
I
were?
think so.
Could be. I know they were much
a
cheaper.
They were
Silent
bi-weekly along with Airboy, I believe.
Ah,
Airboy
Yeah.
was great.
that rings a bell. Yeah.
Now we get to something a little more your guys' speed.
Hey.
I love these team ups, man.
Super villain team up.
Yeah.
How long of a series is that?
17 issues.
17 issues.
Yeah, the last few were just like done on a yearly basis just to keep the trademark of, or no, the copyright of Supervillain.
There you go. Old J Jaws, right? Taking on the Inhumans.
Yeah, I think it's actually a robot.
Let fall the final fury.
I think they weren't allowed to use the Hulk or whoever, so they had to use a robot.
This guy used to be popular when he came out. Long shot.
That was a very hot series.
Art Adams, you know.
Very hot series.
I think it's minty. Could I do
Is
minty?
that not a key book? That's what was one.
His first appearance.
Yeah, he was with the X-Men for a while.
Yeah.
And he's got weird. He doesn't have 5 fingers.
Right, 4, right? 4 fingers.
Then we got Burn, baby, burn.
I actually like that one.
Nice.
Okay, this is your second chance.
Yeah. Got the, I like how the 60th issue also plays on,
At least he was joking about the X-Men at that time, right?
yeah, that was that whole series was, you know, just one break of the fourth wall.
Here we go, Ray.
Extravaganza, essentially.
Thor!
Ah.
Journey into Mystery.
Yeah, Journey into Mystery.
Ooh.
120.
Nice.
I think I got this from Josh.
I got
In
that
my
one.
hand, this hammer.
It's all Mylar, though. I don't do
I
Mylar.
got that one.
No, sometimes I do Mylar, but I'm not obsessed with it.
I'm just afraid it'll rip my covers. You know, so sharp.
King size annual.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
I think those are reprints, but still.
You damage your comic book that way with the Mylar?
Maybe
Yeah.
Avengers #4.
If you have any kind of imperfection on the edge and you're not careful how you put them in, you could rip it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
might take
Well,
that.
especially with the thicker Mylar.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that looks familiar.
Did you
the
just
Mylar
show this?
Yeah, I did.
Chauvinist pig in the world will tremble. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, there must be. I need to get that one Avenger book where all the women beat up on the guys.
Yeah.
The Lady Liberators. Yeah.
Right, that was the first Valkyrie.
83, Avengers 83, I want to say. Somewhere in there. 80 something.
There's another replay here.
Yeah.
The Inheritor. The Inheritor.
What issue was that? What was issues? What was that you said?
20 cent. Naaman, 20 cent.
Yeah.
You mean what Avengers issue was it?
I grew up on the 60 cent. Those were Hulks. And the Avengers one that I showed was the king size special number 3. Remember, this is your favorite Liefeld.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you love this.
Yeah. How cat can breathe out of that little nostril, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm glad I didn't collect comic books in the 90s.
Yeah, neither did I. But I have this weird thing now. I want to collect all Captain America from the 90s.
I mean, if he ran 10 feet, he couldn't breathe anymore.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Kaluta. Kaluta and Charles Vest. Nice.
Yep.
Rocketeer.
Yeah. Now we got some True Believers.
Yes, agreed.
Didn't you just show this, Ray?
Ray showed the original.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about the True
Annihilus.
Believer? Do you like True Believers?
Oh wow.
Hey, listen, if you can't get the original, why not?
Neil
Right,
Adams,
exactly.
Conan.
Aha.
Oh,
What did I miss to make the wife
Wow,
dinner?
why is that why did that comic book made it to True Believer?
I don't know, but it,
Neil
not
Adams cover maybe?
yeah, it's for,
Neil Adams interior also.
yeah.
Interior, true, yeah.
Okay.
I have the original, but this is nice and it's minty. But I prefer the newsprint, of course.
We're newsprint guys mostly here.
Dun, dun, dun. Pretty cool.
Well, that's good. I'm lucky dude. I got that book.
Neil Adams was a game changer.
Yeah, well, it had that realism style, which a lot of people appreciate.
This is probably first appearance, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Avengers 13, something like that.
Here's some 90s goodness for man. Night Stalkers, number 7. I do like the OG Ghost Rider a little better. I like his. I don't need all the chains and spikes and stuff. So yeah, that's just random stuff. But I think these are lower print runs and they're minty. So I don't know. I'm not the biggest '90s guy, but I missed that era. I left during the McFarlane era of Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But these are cool. These are lower print runs too.
Yeah, I don't think those were like the hugest sellers, as I recall.
No, but now I think the kids like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they're collectibles.
Well, it was nice in the 90s to at least see horror come back for a while at
Yeah.
Marvel.
Midnight Suns, pretty much.
You had Morbius also had a series.
They were using Blade a lot.
Blade, yeah, in that
What?
series.
Is that a mummy?
What? What?
That was a weird image, whatever was going on.
Pentagon or something.
Weird pentagon.
Can we see that again?
Pentagram.
No, we cannot.
Pentagram?
You got to catch the rewind, you guys, on that.
That woke Ray up. Okay.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Some more serious,
Hello?
serious 80s.
Woke him up from the food coma he was in.
Melting.
you got this book showing down to science.
You know, it's all kind of dark and revealing dark human nature and stuff. I'm kind of over it, you know. I need some
Yeah,
optimism.
Vertigo. That was Vertigo. It was very dark stuff, but
I like this stuff.
it was popular though.
I like.
I actually like how you showing your books, Aaron.
What's that?
I like how you showing your books.
Thank you so much.
You come right to then go backwards. That's nice.
I'm gonna eventually do what Ray's doing and just open up the very. I have a lot of my comics organized finally. And go start on
Play with
short
one
box
sharp
A. But I could stop anytime, buddy. We could get to Rob before we sign off.
Yeah. We'll get Rob in there to close us out there.
I only got like 2 things to show, so
2 things to show.
yeah.
Well, just let me know when you want me to
Is
quit.
Rob
I didn't
finally
get a
run
lot of
out of
books this week.
comics?
No, Rob will never. Listen, Rob will never run out. He's just like he's just not wanting to bring a whole nother box down from somewhere.
None of you guys run out of comic books. Not single one of you guys.
Rio.
Pretty cool.
I've only got 13,000, so that's. I'm sure 2,
Oh,
3,
Doug
4
Wildey,
years I'll
that's
run
good
out
stuff.
to show. but-
Yeah. Nice.
That's a great
That was
series
cool.
for you.
Ooh.
Great art on those.
Yeah, get them. I get them on the cheap, man. We're talking
Nightingale.
50 center. Bizarre, you guys. Bizarre.
Well, I'd say
Concentric
that's
circles.
that's
Sure
his
is.
advertising there. Yeah.
Hypnotize you.
You are now in Sing
Buy
Sing.
my comic.
I am now in Sing Sing.
You got
Give
another.
me more comics. Give me more comics.
I do like
More comics.
Kurt Busiek. That's how I pronounce his name. You know,
He's a very good writer.
Busiek or Busaic, I've heard too.
you say Busiek, and this might be Alex Ross cover.
Yeah, looks like his work. Yeah.
Normally it's Brent Anderson art. Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to get all these, man. That's going to be a lot of fun diving into that world. It's like an amalgamation of a true amalgamation of DC and Marvel without ripping off the names and stuff.
Yeah, and it's kind of a love letter to superheroes, even though it's more realistic.
Whoa, dude, Man of War. It kind of looks like
Hey, Eric, welcome, man.
It's like Sabretooth wanted to be friends with Zorro or something.
Yeah.
I'm a mark for these weird. You could get this stuff all easy, but I like the eyeballs. I don't know if I ever told you guys that. And Higgy,
another one of those. There's another eyeball on his chest there. So.
Yeah, Higgy actually
cool
drew a character that has an eyeball on his chest too. So be on the lookout for that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, very nice.
It is what it is, you guys. Some of it's like low brow, but I like it. I'm like Tat, and I have a little bit of it. Tat loves a whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, you got your new chair. All right.
All right, Tat. I was just talking about you, my man. And that was, God bless Jim Shooter, right? God rest him.
Oh, right. The New Universe is all
Universe. That was his. Yep, that was one of his babies. It didn't quite work out, but
these were overprinted or something. You could find these everywhere, man. But,
yeah,
I love those early Dreadstar comics.
They're really good. Yeah.
I think he was such a popular creator that they did print a lot.
Yeah. And this is number 1, but the back is better than the front. I don't know why they did this.
Oh, yeah.
It remind me of somebody.
Starlin.
Yeah, Jim Starlin. You guys were getting your Starlin fix, you guys from the 70s, when he was doing this in the 80s.
Yeah, he brought over a lot of the Universal Church of Truth stuff and that he was doing more or less.
I don't even know what Zombie's about. Do you, Damien? Remember
No, I have no knowledge of that one.
We got lots of zombies.
I have to say I look at the covers and I don't want to have knowledge of
it.
Zombie with an X.
This is when they wanted to downplay X-Men, so they reduced them to 198 or something like that. Remember that?
Oh.
No More Mutants, remember?
Right.
No more mutants. Yeah.
No, that wasn't a snap. No, that was Thanos.
No, that was Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
Monstrous Voyages of Ironhide Tom? That's
no more mutants. Yeah, that's the thing about comics, you guys. There's so much of this stuff.
Marooned again.
Well, they definitely don't want to wow you with their style on that cover.
Yeah, that's minimalist to say at the least. Yeah.
I can stop it there. Just a bunch of
buddy.
stuff.
All right, let's see what Rob, what twofer he's got for us here.
Nothing real exciting, but
several
episodes back, I had showed this.
Nice.
And said, that we were wondering about what the Arkham Asylum pop-up looked like, and I would probably get around to opening it. So I did.
Cool.
And so it's got this fold-out thing. This just came loose in the thing, and then when it opens, it's this.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Look at
So
that.
that's actually pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I wish it was heavy cardboard instead of just flimsy
Yeah.
cover paper, but But yeah, it's and you can
The new Adam
actually see into it and stuff. So
pretty cool, dude.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
Cool.
considering
Awesome.
that's pretty good. That's that's
it's speedy. And then I found this today. It's my King Kong back scratcher.
Everyone needs a King Kong bat.
You guys
Awesome.
might appreciate
Give me
that. so
5.
That's pretty good.
Everybody needs that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that.
I could use that right now. Actually, my back is itchy from all that gardening I was doing earlier. Oh, that's cool, Rob. That is super cool, buddy. Oh, okay. Thanks, man. All right, Ray, you got
What's
us
going
about
on, Ray?
5 or 6 minutes here.
You gonna
Show
take
us.
us home, Ray?
Take us home, as always. I say.
Well, Jan Rob did a pop-up. Here we go. Pop-up.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm jealous.
You got a whole.
Aaron's gonna have to find one of those.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
everybody
Yeah.
needs a
Cool.
pop up. That's like a
Spider-Man.
3D kind of pop up.
That's
Very 3D, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, now you're really doing it.
Green Robin.
Cool.
Cool stuff, guys. Cool stuff.
Doc Ock.
Yep.
Little shininess too.
Smell like bananas.
So cool, like just growing up on the Spidey stuff throughout the years, man.
Yeah.
The vulture.
That's great. Where'd you get this, Ray? Do you remember?
Flea market.
Wow.
It was in a box. I got it for nothing.
What?
Guy just threw it in there.
Hey, I don't need this, he says.
Look at
Here.
this one.
It's taking up space over here.
That is great.
That's cool. They're like intertwined. Nice.
Wow.
And you're actually seeing like the motion of the fist and everything. Cool. Craven.
All right.
Batang.
Awesome.
Pretty cool stuff.
He wanted to hunt the spider. I didn't see the movie, you guys. Did you guys see the movie?
Mm-mm. I'm waiting it to come out on Prime or whatever.
Mr. Sandman.
That's what Damien just said. He's the beach man.
The Beach Man, yeah.
I think there's one more.
Stereo.
That's great, man. What?
Whoa.
That is
That's cool.
beautiful.
Look at that recoil. Cool.
You didn't even have to pay for that? That is
No.
Nope.
amazing.
Just threw it in there.
Some things happen, you know.
Yeah,
Hey, yeah,
that was cool.
Ray just gets awesomeness for nothing.
yeah, man.
Hey, we want more books?
Yeah, I got about 5 minutes here.
5 minutes? All right.
Yeah.
Give me a handful. Go back to Fantastic Four. 221.
Now it's Sienkiewicz cover, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the Sienkiewicz era. Yeah, you're right.
223.
This was way before he started his
Hello.
own style. Yeah. Yeah, win Toys R Us shopping spree. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. 225.
Hey, that Thor is in there.
Thor. That ain't Thor.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
Thor.
God.
Ah,
That's Thor.
228. Yes, it is Thor. Says it down the bottom. Don't look at them.
twofer.
He's all green.
Hmm. Well, that's not Thor.
That's not Thor.
That's
That's
not Thor.
Thor.
That's Thor.
That's
yeah.
Thor.
That's Thor. That's
Right.
not Thor.
Oh, that's that
Wow.
Sienkiewicz Fantastic Four we were mentioning before.
Yeah.
230.
That's definitely the Avengers and Thor there.
Yeah, that's Thor. 232.
And Batman. That's Byrne right
Byrne.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when Byrne jumps in.
Yeah.
Or that's maybe his first. I don't know if it's his first cover or not.
37.
That's I think it's when he I think you're right. I think that's the first cover where he
But these are all Byrne, actually.
but they're correct.
Now, honest, Dr. Doom is not in this book.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's Byrne down there. Self-portrait there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he really revitalized this title, which was, it's kind of
43.
floundering.
I love this. Galactus just starts shrinking, right? He starts shrinking.
Yeah, he's starving.
Yeah. And they finally beat him on the Earth. It's weird.
Yeah.
46.
Too many dooms. That's how I feel, man.
Everywhere. 247.
Awesome.
1, 2.
That's when he
Ooh.
struck him down as the models.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
were living- they didn't even know who they were and stuff like that.
Yeah, they thought they were
48.
just an idyllic couple, family or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool too, man. That was about the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, they went up to the blue area.
249.
Oh, that was cool too. Because he was like the Superman prototype. It was like Superman versus Fantastic Four in that.
Yep. That was
51.
Gladiator. Yeah.
Yeah, Gladiator. There's 2 gladiators in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, there's the one with the spinning discs and that guy.
Yeah.
54.
I like that too. That, how do you pronounce that name? That alien, that weird like insect thing.
Mantracora?
Yeah.
$255.
Awesome.
2 of those.
I think She-Hulk's going to be coming in here pretty
Yeah,
soon.
we're in the negative zone right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
I found
Uh-oh.
it.
You found it.
Uh-oh.
This is who? John Byrne, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a little signature there?
I bet he does. That smile on a smirk on his face tells me something special.
That's how we used to do it, you guys, right there.
That's him.
Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right in the
There
inside.
he is.
There it is.
Very nice, dude.
Yep. Very nice.
I knew I had a signature of him someplace.
Very nice. Yeah, put it on the bag there so you know.
I had it. It was written on the back.
Oh, it is written. Oh,
Wow.
all right.
Cool.
I just didn't know what book.
Yeah, I have a couple of Byrne signatures just by total happenstance as well.
But I had 2 of those.
Nice.
You guys lose any of your books that's in your room?
256.
One time I thought I lost a short box. Like, how did I do that?
I still can't find my ASM 220, but it's here somewhere.
Yeah, I have a first appearance of Iron Man somewhere, but I have absolutely no clue where it is.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm not the only one doing this. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
I got
Wow.
stuff I can't find
Guys.
either.
That might have been my first Fantastic Four comic I read.
2 of those.
Could you imagine that as a kid seeing that? It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
259.
I loved that story too.
That's a fake, Ray. You can send it to me and I'll get rid of it for you.
I love that story, man. Doom like steals the power cosmic and just
72.
Mm-hmm.
kicks their butt. But
Holy cow!
it's not complete because Reed Richards isn't there.
Cowboys and idioms.
That's like a
Indians.
key now.
Idioms.
That's a big book now.
Yeah, that's his father shows up there.
Yeah,
There he is.
273.
those are big books, supposedly.
74.
And that's supposedly an important book,
1,
like the 4th
2.
Venom suit or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
It's like, come on. It's a great
'cause-
cover, though.
yeah it is. I mean, they'll take the minutest little detail and make such a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's big and green and has a staple in her navel?
Awesome.
Oh man.
Is that Stan Lee?
No,
Yeah.
No,
No,
it's
that's
not
not Stan Lee.
no, it's not.
It
It's
looks just like him.
in the well, I mean, it is, but in the comic, it's not Stan Lee. It's another character.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right.
That was cool. All right,
Let's-
that's it.
Let's wrap it up.
Oh, you guys, this
Ryan,
was
thank
great.
you for showing that good stuff. I love that Byrne era. That's the era, where I was already a little older, so I could really appreciate the nuances in the story, like Aaron was saying, and that got me, like some people have lulls in their reading or so forth. I was kind of in that lull, and then that took me back into the 80s. And
Whereas I was a kid, like, wow,
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me once again. I really do appreciate it. Always great to hang out with my friends here on Tuesdays. And the chat, as always, was on point, making fun of me mostly, which is what they're there for. Remember that all
They're
these
just doing their job.
they're doing a great job of that. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
razzed constantly, and that's the way I like to see it. Remember, their links are below. I think we're pretty much with family here in the chat, but if you're new, all these gentlemen have links below, and you can go ahead and sub them up and watch their content because it is good stuff. All right, buddy. You know what I'm going to say? Oh, and Thursday, I'm going to drop my MVS video. Don't miss it. It's 50 years in the making.
Awesome.
You're not going to want to miss because you're going to see some
Awesome.
great comics and great Marvel.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.